You know, that's not the right music. Sorry. That was like the most dramatic music you could have done. God. You know, you're going to put it back on? No, you're right. Actually, you're right. Hang on. To change up this music. All right, it's stream time. Woo! Fucking whatever. Whatever. Hi, my name is almost Sander. Welcome home. Fuck these intros. I'm tired of this shit. Turn this shit down. All right, Derivacat can play. Oh my god. No, it's not new hair. It's just tied up. It's just long enough that I can tie it up now. So I'm sick of having hair right now. I need to shower. Unfortunately, my hair has become whatever. But my hair has become unbearable. So it's just tied up at the moment. Oh, we gotta just get rid of intros. I like having like a couple of minutes for people to like float in, but it feels like intros take forever and I'm just sitting here doing nothing. This hair is really bad today. It's just not bearable. And just because I just genuinely, I need a shower and I slept on it weird last night and now it just looks insane. It's almost long enough. Hang on, ready? I'm about to look really stupid for a second. It is almost long enough to start splitting my hair again. I'm almost back to having a middle part. Don't mind that this part's still trying to curl the other way. But if you remember, my hair used to be split down the middle. Like, and I would have my curls on either side, but it's not there yet. It's not long enough to do that yet. So yeah, the ponytail, I don't qualify for a full ponytail yet. But right now it's still a little too bowl cutty and it's not long enough for me to trim into a shape yet. So right now it's just there's no good. I'm gonna go get my hair wet. This is just like actually unbearable. I look insane. Hang on, chat. I'm getting soggy. All right, I don't actually know if this is any better, but it's shorter. So this is, I just needed it to not be. Oh, this is wrong. Let's get no. Hang on. Now I'm moist and I'm on camera and the starter music is playing. Okay, Youngblood, come get us figured out. All right. So at the very least, it's less tall now, so that's just better for me. All right, we're drawing Brianna today. Chair moment, real. All right, I'm here. I'm a person. I'm a human. I'm one being. I feel a little bit like shit. I did not sleep last night. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. Whatever sleep I did get wasn't enough, and I just woo. But I'm drawing Brianna today. So I'm gonna do that. For those of you who show up for your streams and dip out, because I know I'm a late streamer nowadays. I promise someday I'll get better, but it's not today. Why didn't you go to sleep? You know, Ollie, man, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I feel like something was keeping me up last night. Couldn't tell you what. I forgot I've been exhausted all day until you mentioned sleep. Oops. Lunch over. Later, mate. All right, we're drawing Brianna today. We got it. We're here. Yeah, I'm here. I still have to finish 2 commissions tonight, sitting in the corner with my on the floor with my laptop balanced on 2 pillowcases on my crossed legs. Hey, you're making it happen. You're making it work. That's what matters. Okay. This is where we're at. Obviously, some of her are still completely unshaded, other than like I have like my base shadows in, and some of her is like fully shaded. So this is like, that's very fun. There's some. Anyways, look at that tummy. Tummy. She's so pretty. I have thoughts and opinions and thoughts. So I'm gonna work on Brianna while I chatter about my thoughts a little bit. Whoa, tummy, thank you, streamer. Here, let me give you a gift. There you go. Let's just sit here for a moment. So while I sexualize my own OC, because I'm allowed to do that, I put today's stream title as gender critical because I have thoughts, opinions, and more thoughts, and possibly a couple opinions. And I wanted to chat about them because I think it'd be fun. And this chat is like totally the place to talk about like trans opinions and trans thoughts and trans developments, because a lot of you guys are collective transes, and therefore we have opinions on those. And those of you who aren't transes, you may also have opinions of these, because I actually really am interested in the non-trans opinions on these as well as the transies opinions. So there's going to be, I want some comparisons between those who has transes their genders and those who has not, and their thoughts on these. So there is a video. I'm going to get out of Brianna's stomach. I think I'm going to work on, I finished most of the skin on this run. So I'm going to work on the clothing and everything I got going on over here. But everybody can contribute, transing or not. The video title today is in reference to a video by a YouTuber named ContraPoints. Her name is Natalie Wynn. She's a video essayist who makes some really awesome video essays. And one of her video essays talks about, it's actually not even her gender critical video. It's a video called Trans Trenders, which talks about being transgender, and the different viewpoints that are often had in like the experience of being trans. And the video is told like through the style of a sit down skit, right? It's like she's like putting on a show. Okay. And the skit, it's all of the parts are played by herself. It's her in different costumes having an argument with herself. So she has Tiffany Tumbles, which is her like interviewer. And then she has 2 opposing sides. She has like both of them are transgender women of some variation. One of them is a trans medicalist. If you don't know what a trans medicalist is somebody who believes like in like being transsexual specifically. Like, I was born a boy and now I am a woman. There is no in between. There is no yes, no. There is no this and the other. There is no confusion. There is no like exploration of outside of the binary. It is strictly I was a man and strictly now I am a woman, binary transness. And the other person she's arguing against is like within the video gets referred to as a genderqueer genderfuck. It is like very masculine body, wearing a dress, full beard, but it's completely covered in glitter, like full glam face, like very clearly feminine, masculine, both in this like combination. And they are like non-binary, trans feminine, ethereal, something or other, star child experience. Okay. And the entire video is an argumentative essay between these 2 voices that Natalie's kind of explained are 2 types of thoughts and lives that she has lived through and thought about, and them arguing with each other. And neither is painted as the bad guy and neither is painted as crazy. It's just a discussion between the 2. And I love the video because it is like one of the best videos I have ever seen to kind of elevate and take people to the next step of understanding like the gender binary and gender like experience and transness. And I just think it's a really, really, really well done video to kind of explore like what gender means to people. And I am curious about people's thoughts and opinions on those different voices and like the different like the different ways that those can kind of present. Where on that spectrum do you lay because I know most of our community is of like the younger trans community, which means I'm going to make the light assumption that most of you kind of lay in the gender queer, gender fuck category, where gender is a experience, it's a feeling, it's a you know, non-binary thing. It's, you know, you can be a little bit of everything. You can be whoever you want, wherever you want, when you want. Passing is not like the end all be all. Like, there is like a very specific type of character that generally the younger trans community is painted as. Is it? Oh, hi, Grandma. I'm so gender fucky. Yep. Hello. Hey, Rotten. Definitely the first category for me. That's a quote and a half. The first category. So, Voracious, you're more of the first category of like binariness in like opinion conversation wise, or not. I don't remember which order I listed them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna separate them as binary transness and non-binary transness, not in a way that means like I am trans woman or I am non-binary, but in a way that like transness is binary, male to female, female to male, and nothing in between, or non-binary transness in which like gender experience and thought is a spectrum that you can flow around on, and that presentation can be anywhere on that spectrum and is valid regardless. That's how I'll refer to them as. So we'll do binary and non-binary transness. Where do most of you guys kind of lay around in your gender experience? Ooh, I forgot I brewed a new pot of coffee today and it's good. I'm so thirsty. Non-binary transness, non-binary 100%. I feel like a lot of us are going to end in that non-binary category. So, those feel like loaded descriptions, but I still say binary transness. And I promise, and I'm going to do my best to do as well as Natalie does. Truly, 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 truly. Neither one of these is a wrong interpretation of transness. That is like the number one most important point of this entire conversation and of Natalie's entire video. Neither one of those takes is an incorrect take. It's about experience, not about like what is true transness. I just want to clarify that. I know in our community a lot of times binary transness is painted as being not as open-minded as non-binary transness, and that is not at all my belief or what I think needs to be true. I truly I just want to clarify that, because I don't want it to come off that way. Is he asking if I believe non-binary people exist? Yeah, not at all what I'm asking. But a lot of us, and I want to know if this is true for you guys too, because so, oh God, how do I started figuring out that I was trans when I was 16, which was in the year 2015. And 2015, being trans wasn't really a thing. Like, it was. Like, it absolutely was. There are plenty of trans people that existed in 2015. But it was not in the public eye the way it is now. Like, you did not, I had never, unironically, when I figured out I was trans, I had never met another trans person in my entire life, ever, until one of my close friends came out as gender fluid and said that sometimes she felt like a boy and sometimes he felt like a girl. And that was what it was. And that was as far as it went until my junior year of high school, when they came out, started to use he, him pronouns, cut all their hair off, you know, Madison became Matt, and then they left school. And to my knowledge of following on Facebook, they have detransitioned. So I don't actually know what pronouns to use for them or name, but regardless, that is up until the time I came out as trans, that is the only trans person I had ever met, let alone knew. I didn't have any online trans friends. I did not have any in-person trans friends. Like, I literally had no clue that was even an option. So when I first started experiencing transness and was like, uh-oh, whoopsie daisy, and had to go looking into it, I got the education that I think a lot of us may have gotten, at least if you came out as trans around my era. Because even a couple of years later, like 2018 even, it was a lot more spoken about than in 2015. And when I was looking at it in 2015, the best answers I could get as to what in the world was going on, honest to God, was that I kind of got some things saying that some people are born with a girl body and a boy brain. And that's the best education I had access to on transness and what that meant for me. So in my world of transness at that age, all I knew is that I might have a boy brain and that I could fix that by making my body also a boy body, and all of the bad feelings I would have that I'd have would go away. And that was kind of all I had. And so like when I was trying to learn about it and understand it, like that is what I would explain to my friends and to my mom. And like that was, and I didn't at the time because I was like, but that was like in my head, I was getting ready to explain like sometimes girls are born with boy bodies and boys are learned with girl, and like that was like, I literally remember seeing pictures of like a pink body with a blue brain. And I was like, oh my God, that must be what's going on. That must be what's wrong. Like that it was like a medical problem. And in this ContraPoints video, that is the perspective she takes, like that the binary trans this person takes, is like, that is the explanation. Arctic, that's so interesting. I want to talk about that in a second. And Ollie's saying that's definitely how I learned it too. That's what I'm assuming is a lot of people outside of the trans like community probably still learn about it that way. Like, because obviously education is slow moving. Education is going to move from inside the community to out. So even though inside the trans community, that's starting to become clear that that's not exactly what transness is, it's going to take a moment before that reaches the non-trans community. So as of right now, it is still kind of this feeling that if somebody comes out as trans, that means they have a boy body and a girl brain. That's how I learned it, but now I think more genderfucky. Okay, yes, and I'm in the same way. I think a lot more genderfucky for myself, but that is how I learned it. And I think it's interesting how that might kind of color our experience with transness and the way that people interact with transness. Oh, I've forgotten the red is on here, isn't it? Which of these hearts are... Okay, so some of them... well, I'll add the hearts back in. And I think there is still usefulness to that conversation, right? Because there are still people, despite like how much more progressive, I did air quotes if you're not looking, progressive, that non-binary transness explanations feel, there is still a lot of validity and importance in the concept of binary transness for people who really are just, I am a man. I have always been a man. I will always be a man. I was never a woman. I was never supposed to be a woman. You know, I have a medical, like, and this is the conversation of the binary transness is like, I have a medical disorder. That medical disorder is gender dysphoria. It is diagnosable, and the treatment for the diagnosis is that I take medication to align my body with my mind, since there is not a way to realign the mind, and therefore it alleviates the symptom of dysphoria, and my disorder is treated. That is how medical transitionalists kind of look at it. It's like, it is a medical disorder. There is something wrong with me, and this is the treatment method for it. Like, and that's the way it is viewed. And for people, something like a lot of people, that is the actual like lived experience they have with it. And that explanation is an important one to have for them. But, the important part of the video that ContraPoints is putting out is that is not where the conversation is supposed to end, because that explanation and experience is not everybody's explanation and experience, and your medical view of something should not disevaluate or like make invalid the experience of other people that is not a binary transness. And I know obviously for a lot of us, you're like, well, obviously, but there was a lot of conversation. Do you guys remember when trans trenders was a big word, where people are like, you know, all of these young kids are getting trans now because it's like a trendy thing to do, and everybody just wants to be a part of the trend. And there was like this big concern around trans trenders, and people kind of were like freaking out because they're like, no, you know, this isn't a trend. This isn't fun. This isn't exciting. Like, there's something wrong with me, and I'm gonna have to fix it with like surgeries and stuff. Like, there was this like argument back and forth. Okay, that's where this sorry, I didn't take my testosterone this week and my voice is everywhere. That is where this conversation, like argument, started in Contra's video. Was like the conversation between, like, why do trans trenders, people who were very gender fluid, gender fucky, why do those people piss off trans medicalists, people who are very binary with it? And the video is great. I highly recommend going and watching it yourself. But the end result was the trans medicalist side of that argument would be like, it was the reason trenders make trans medicalists uncomfortable is because it feels like they invalidate them. Like, it felt invalidating for people to say, like, no, I'm trans, no, I don't feel any dysphoria, like, I just would like to be a girl and I feel happier as a girl. Like, being a boy does not give me dysphoria, I just enjoy being a girl and thus will be a girl. And like, that's enough. And it's fun and explorative, and it's glitter beards, and it's boys wearing dresses, and it's girls wearing dresses and having penises at the same time and being comfortable with it. And it's, you know, trans men who don't bind. And it's like, all of this like felt invalidating to people who are like, this is a medical disorder, and I need you to believe me that this is a serious medical disorder. This isn't for fun. I need to be treated seriously. And I think it all boils down to how people are viewed, because right now in the world, there is a lot of argument happening around transness, and about trans bodies and trans laws and all of that stuff. And a lot of the defenses that I'm seeing pop up, like a lot of the things being like defending trans people or going against trans people in either direction, a lot of them are the trans medicalist like defenses on both sides. Like, it's people being like, no, trans people are valid because, like, you can see this is a medical disorder. Every World Health Organization has agreed that, like, medically, this is the best thing to do for people who are trans. Like, there is proof in the science. There is proof in the, like, the mental disorder. Like, this is a mental disorder. There's proof that this, like, needs treatment. It's proof that it's life-saving. It's, like, all of these arguments for trans people, and obviously against people, are also like, this is mutilation. This is an awful, violent, destructive science. This is whatever, right? And I just haven't seen anybody talk about the fact that, like, it isn't. Well, it's not that it isn't, but it doesn't have to be that. Which is just one of those, like, weird arguments that I know is, like, kind of, like, out of place. And people being like, well, you're invalidating the community, you're invalidating the mental disorder, you're making it harder, you're making it easier for them to pass laws against us. If we let up for even a moment that this isn't a serious disabling mental disorder, then they're going to ban us from everything. Here's the reality, right? They're banning us from everything already. They're already trying to make trans people not exist. They're invalidating gender marks. They're invalidating passports. They're invalidating IDs. They're approving conversion therapy again. I want to be so honest with all of you guys, and I say this with love and care and dedication and soul in my heart, right? They don't care about you. The government does not care about you. They don't respect you. And there is no, and I know most of you guys know this, I'm just kind of saying it to say it for you. There is nothing you can do or say or act or feel or think or pass enough to ever make the government see you as valid, ever. The government will never respect your gender, ever, okay? Once that is accepted, once you've gotten past that, you don't have to rely on that. That does not mean there are not people who that experience is their experience. There are people whose experience is binary, where they have always been a boy and they always will be a boy, and there's, you know, it is medical for them, it is dysphoric for them, it is a mental disorder for them, and that is not invalidated by the fact that it's not like that for everybody. And we would be better banding together to support everybody and making sure that all of our rights are protected than groveling at and sucking the dick of and kissing the boot of government, trying to say, I'm not a transgender, I'm one of the good ones, you know? I have a mental disorder, I am oppressed, I just need my medicine to transition, it is a medical disorder, and, you know, it's healthcare, I need healthcare to receive. You can pretend to be one of the good ones as much as you want, and the government still is not going to respect you. They're not. So it doesn't matter how you present. If you present medically binary or present transgender, transfuck, whatever the hell you want to do, you will get just as much respect from the government. So why do we not just like do this together? Like, I don't know. These are a bunch of just thoughts that I've had that are just driving me nuts. It's just been on my brain recently. I think it's important to some degree to like understand kind of where we're at and what's happening, and also that like I don't know, you don't have to pass, like, because a lot of people are afraid right now. For this, I don't know how many people are in chat right now, and I don't really care. I keep my viewer count off. I don't care if your chat is quiet because they're listening or if they're not here at all. But I want to put this out here, and maybe I'll clip it and put it somewhere. I don't know. There's a lot of people who are afraid right now, specifically my trans community, even more specifically my younger trans community. There's a lot of like fear going around right now about the fact that like these laws are being passed and that people are afraid that they're not going to have access to things they want. They're not going to be able to change their gender markers anymore. Or if you have changed your gender marker, there's this sudden, really scary chance that you'll have to change it back and that you're going to lose access to these things and that you're, you know, not going to be able to be your authentic self. And the way the government perceives you never has been and never will be a definition of your authentic self. What your ID says has nothing to do with your identity. What name they call at the doctor's office, yeah, okay, if they call your dead name, I understand there's some pain there, there's some discomfort there, but that has absolutely nothing to do with who you are. What the government sees you as has no importance to your life. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I get that you don't want to have to say your dead name at the bank or at the grocery store or at the hospital or at the anywhere ever again. I know you don't want to understand, like, you don't want to perceive it, you don't want to experience it, you want to pretend that part of you doesn't exist anymore. But it does exist. It always has existed. It always will exist. Who you were before you transitioned does exist, and it's better to just acknowledge that it exists and that it's a part of you and embrace that part of you, because that's part of embracing all of you. And you, all of you, deserve to be embraced at every level, regardless of it, because who you were before doesn't invalidate who you are now, and what the government thinks of you doesn't fucking matter. Yes, my name is Xander, or some people call me Elliot, some people call me Alex, some people still call me AJ, whatever the fuck you want to call me, that's my name. I'm a trans-masc individual, but to the government, I always have been and always will be a woman. And I always have been and always will be Ashley. I never said that on stream. I don't fucking care. The government will always know that that was my name. And that is who I was. And that is what my mother named me. And it's not important to me that I can't change that, or I won't be able to fly or travel or drive or do any of that shit. Who the government thinks I am doesn't matter. It just doesn't. Okay, ban the gender markers, ban the name changes, fuck it, you ban all of it. You can't get rid of us. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't. There is so much power when you embrace that. Because right now everything is really, really scary because they're threatening to take away things that you're afraid to lose. When you stop being afraid to lose them, they stop having any control over you. And that's what I am attempting to encourage you all to do. But I know it sounds like I'm going down a manic hole right now and I'm losing my marbles. But what I'm trying to encourage is that when you embrace every part of you, the transition part of you, the non-transition part of you, who you were before, who you are now, who the government thinks you are, if you embrace all of that, you have nothing to lose. There's nothing the government can take from you. If they want to rub it in your face that you used to have a different name than you do now, let them try. Show them that it doesn't bother you. You don't care. And yes, it definitely takes time to get there. I know early on in the transitional stage, that is a fucking hard thing to do. You don't want to acknowledge who you were or what you were because you're trying to create this new identity and grow into it like it's a fucking sweater that's just a little too big and it's falling off your shoulders and you're scared. But also, like, there's power in that. I don't know. Just thoughts. Just thoughts. Let's take a page out of Hamilton's book. They can't threaten us with information if we put it out there first. That's my new take. I've decided. New take. I'm gonna ruin my life before they can try. I don't know. What else are we supposed to do? It's just like survival, baby. We're gonna be okay. I also want to say that because I have a lot of really, really young trans community. But like, we're gonna be okay. I know everything has been like incredibly scary right now. And it is. It's scary. All of it is scary. But there are so many people who survived before us with no rights and no protections, and the way you survive is you build a community. So that is what we have to do. It cannot be transgenders versus trans medicalists. It cannot be trans women versus trans men. Fuck it. It can't be trans men versus cis men. It can't be trans women versus cis women. It has to be all of us. We have to all accept each other where they're at. The he, him lesbians, they're a part of our family. The fucking, I don't know, the bisexual girls with the straight boyfriends, they're a part of our family. Whatever fucking drama that exists in the queer world right now, whatever got made up last year, whatever bullshit will get up made this year, those are our family. Those are the people that we need to be protecting and taking care of, ourselves and each other. The allies, the straight cis white allies who have no idea what it's like to deal with this kind of stuff, but want to be supportive, that's family. This is family. You have to do this shit together. You just have to. That's how we get through this. It is. Don't let them torture you. Like, that's the other side of this. That's the light on the horizon. I think I'm gonna go back to being one of those really cringy 2020 comfort streamers, because right now, but except I'm gonna do it with like an air of like riot rebellion. That's my new plan. Is I'm gonna start making those like you belong here places, because right now I can't think of anything we need more than a reminder of where you belong, and that you belong. I think it's about time that we start putting some of those out again, because unfortunately people need to hear some of that right now. God, enough Twitter witch hunts. God, enough. Enough. We've had enough. We don't need any more. This is your family. Those are your brothers and sisters. Those are your moms, your dads, your grandmas, your uncles. Fuck it. Bring the Therians in here. Those are your pets. We're on one fucking body. We're on one team. Bring the furries in there. All of them. We're outcasts. Let's be a part of this. Enough trying to make the safe spaces smaller and playing the detective to see who doesn't belong. Yes. Oh my god, enough of that. When we say ACAB and no cops at Pride, that includes you. That includes you trying to play detective and try to police who's allowed in these spaces. ACAB. ACAB yourself. Check yourself, bitch. I really wish that We Are Family take was more common. Makes me mad when queer people... Makes me mad when queer people invalidate other queer people because, buddy, we are on the same team. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just think it's something that we need to be more intense about. If you say, I am queer, I am not here to ask, well, have you been in a lesbian relationship or a sapphic relationship? Well, have you ever been with a man before? Or do you just want to? If there are people saying, well, I want to be in the queer community, brother, if you were a straight white cis man and you go, well, I want to be in the queer community, are you supporting us? Yes? Cool, brother, let's go. Let's go out clubbing. Grab your best pair of heels. Borrow a pair of mine. Like, I'm not here to police who's in this community. I am here to try to be safe on the streets. And the larger population of people that support each other, the better. There is a reason people don't like liberals right now, or leftists right now, and it's because they're exclusive. If you don't agree with every single one of their takes, then you can't sit at their table. And we desperately need to become comfortable and capable of sitting with, eating with, and defending with people we don't agree with. We have to get good at that. It's so important. It is so important that you are capable to make friends with people that you don't agree with. You do not have to have agreements on everything. You don't need to have the same political views even. You don't. If you agree at the very, very base of what's important, nothing else matters. If you can agree on human rights, if you can agree on general whatever, then I would be friends with a trans medicalist. Happily. I would absolutely be friends with somebody who is trans medicalist as long as their belief system doesn't infringe on the rights of me or other people. If they're like, I believe that transness is something that is binary and only can be done through transitioning medically, and I go, will you stop me from living my life this way? And they go, no, that's just what I believe and how I live, but I'm not going to infringe that on you. Cool. We're homies. We're homies. Absolutely. Your beliefs and my beliefs do not need to match up as long as you get to live your life and I get to live my life. That's it. That is literally it. I'll be friends with people of any religion. I'll like whatever it is. I even like, oh, you voted for Trump in the past. Cool. Are you disgusted by the things that are happening now? Yes. Door is open. Let's talk. Let's talk. I don't know. Maybe I've gotten too hippie as I get older. This is a concern I've had, is that I used to be really, really, really dedicatedly punk. But something that comes with punk is a lot of hate and a lot of rage. And that's not everybody. There's a lot of loving punks. I'm a loving punk, though there are like plenty of people who it's not based on hate and rage. But the line between punk and hippie is very thin. And I mean like actual hippie vibe, not like not whatever's there's another type. But like there's a very careful line between those. And I think as I get older, I've ended up more like peace, love, like no violence. Like, and I'm still all, if you're still punch a Nazi, like go punch a Nazi, baby. I'm not going to stop you. I would punch a Nazi, just to be clear. But I'd rather have a conversation with them. And that does not mean that you have to want to have conversations with Nazis. If you just want to punch a Nazi, punch a Nazi. I want to have a conversation with one. I'm not going to say that they're going to change my mind, obviously, and I don't think I can change their mind. But I'd rather just, I don't know. Maybe I've gone too far. I'm gonna start saying stuff that's gonna get me canceled. I'm gonna start getting canceled. These are very dangerous lines to start talking about. We're all starving here. Arguments are for safe times. Yeah, We can go back to fucking arguing over stupid shit like who gets to claim they're a lesbian or not, or who gets to claim that they're trans enough or not, or which type of gay man is the meanest, or whatever new fucking thing they come up with. We can start arguing about that again when they're not taking our rights away. For right now, I don't care. Like, I don't. I just don't. I don't know. I gotta be careful with what I'm saying. I notice myself slipping into dangerous territory. These are arguments I'm not always supposed to be having. I've got a lot of emotions about it recently. I've just got a lot of thoughts and feelings, captains, about all of this. Guys, it said too much, cancel. Fuck. Yes, everybody put their differences aside to fight the common enemy. And there's a common enemy right now, and that enemy is like these laws that are being passed and the danger that it's putting on the community. There is this like common enemy of like all of us being allowed to exist. If you want to be a binary trans person, I want you to have the rights and the space and the safety to do that. I want to be a non-binary trans person, and I want to have the comfort and the space and the ability to do that. And therefore, we're on the same team. We want the same thing. Black ants shouldn't fight red ants when there's a wasp in the colony. Yes. Guys, it's too correct. The truth can't be out yet. Get him! Now! Now! I don't know. And a lot of this I don't think is radical. I think these are very normal thoughts and beliefs. Like, I'm not saying anything like revolutionary. I'm not like changing the game today. It's just like, I feel like it's just not, there's not enough support around this idea yet. So I just want to talk about it. I want to put it out there. I want to have space to talk about this. And be like, yeah, I think this is crazy. I think it's insane. I don't know. I don't know what I think. I don't think it should be dangerous. I don't think it should be dangerous waters to want to understand other people. At least that's what I assume you mean. Yeah. And that's what it is. But that is a danger, that is dangerous waters a little bit, because if somebody says, you know, I truly and honestly, okay, everybody, I want to do an experiment. Okay. I don't know how many people are active in chat. If you're active in chat right now, come to your keyboard. Okay. I'm gonna give you a scenario. I want you to type out your answer. And so that nobody is influenced by each other, I'm gonna have you type out your answer, and then I'm gonna say like 3, 2, 1, and we all send it at once. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna say mine, but I'm gonna say mine after you guys send yours. But like, I don't want you guys influenced by each other. I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, no, that's right. I want like base instincts, okay? Base instincts, what you think. Do we all got that? I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna say the little scenario. Let's type it out. Don't send it right away. And I'm gonna say like 3, 2, 1, and like everybody will share it. I know we have like 5 people in chat, but I don't want to influence each other, okay? Here's your little project. Here's the little thought, okay? You are in a safe space. I'm setting up the scene of like the space is safe. You're not in any danger of getting hurt or whatever. You're in like a debate area where it would be appropriate to debate if you want to, but you are not in any like necessary, like you don't have to debate. But like, just setting it so that like if you want to debate you can, if you want to not debate you can, if you want to fight you can, if you like, no cops are watching, whatever. Okay, blank space scenario, and there's a person whose ultimate first thought is, I don't think trans people should exist. That's like their like basement state. And maybe you're on like you're at a bar. That's okay. My decision. We're at a bar. You're sitting at the bar top. Everybody's been talking. Conversation's very open. Whatever. And you can totally get up and walk away if you want to. It's a bar. You can fight. It's a bar. Whatever. Okay. You're at a bar top. And the dude next to you is like, man, you know, I don't know, homie. I don't think trans people should exist. What is your immediate reaction? Like, immediate interaction with this person. All of his words, we're sitting at the bar, we're having a drink, and he's just, I don't know, man. I don't fucking think trans people should exist. Type out your response. Whether that's get up and leave, whether that's fight him, whether that's whatever it is. Base instinct. I don't think trans people should exist. What is your response? I'll give you like I'll give you a minute to like type. I don't know how long people take to type. I'm gonna give you all a minute to type. I'm not gonna share your mind yet, but that's my little scenario. Trying to think of like what bar you're at. Be like you're at like the Dirty Dog, sitting at the Dirty Dog, sitting at the Brass Tap, sitting at the fucking the salty spittoon. You know what I mean? Back's aching, so real. Okay. Okay, ready? Yeah, you got it. I know there's gonna be some delay because everybody's got a different level of delay. Okay. Base instinct, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Base instinct, send it. I know we've quite a bit delay in streams, but okay. Ollie cries. Ollie has burst out crying. Ollie is sobbing monkey. Okay, so this is what I want to see. So thank you for all of your answers. Emily's in. Okay. As these kind of flow in, I'm gonna read over these. So Ollie's crying. Rotten has said, build the courage to debate because I'm bad at debating. I'd probably get too nervous and uncomfortable. Totally fair. So in case bystander effect, you've decided to just sit quiet. Just let it happen. Okay. That is a completely valid answer. I'd have 100 questions. If I felt safe, I'd ask them. If not, I'd probably just give an odd look and walk away. Okay. Another just like, ooh, and a walk away. That's safe. And if you feel safe to ask, yeah, okay, to ask. Okay. Why do you believe that? Let's talk as a cyber. I think I would ew and probably leave. Totally valid. Debate, discuss with them until they either start to understand where I'm coming from, or if I see I'm getting nowhere, I'll leave. Fair. They do. That's such I will say that's an awesome, just like, man, I don't think trans people should exist. They do. Well, sucker. That's crazy. I'm a coward, but they're a random person. I'm a coward, but if they're a random person, I probably would ignore it or walk away. If I knew them, I'd probably side eye or make a face. Fair. Okay, so we have two kind of spaces of response. Ollie has misunderstood this debate. So a man at a bar has said, I don't think trans people should exist. The majority of us are saying, okay, this is a stranger. I'm not doing this, and have either sat quietly, got up and walked away, or done like a little like that, ooh, look. And we've got a couple people who'd be willing to start a conversation. These are like, I think it's so important to have the space to feel comfortable. And I don't always feel comfortable, but I will say this is not a fake scenario. The bar is fake. But I have come up to this exact scenario in college classes. I've come up to this scenario in the dorms, like at parties. I've like had this conversation with people at concerts. Like, this is a conversation I've had a couple of people. Not necessarily I don't believe trans people should exist, but like the conversation of like, I just don't understand the trans thing, or I don't understand the trans phase, or I just, I don't think people should be allowed to do that to kids, or like some kind of conversation. And I love, I'd also give them a weird look if I decide to leave. I'm not above giving transphobes weird looks. Totally fair. There's something I love about learning where they come from. So like if like my debate, because I am a debater, my debate would always start with like the concept of like, I thought this was going to be a similar debate to the whole should autism exist debate thing. Should autism exist? Like, would trans people be better off if they were cis? Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I was just saying like in public, what your response would be? What would you do? And like it is one of those like, because like I believe if I saw it going nowhere, I wouldn't spend my time trying to twist a script screw. Well, here's the thing. I'm not always trying to change somebody's mind. I'm not crazy. I don't think I can fix a transphobe every time. But I really like starting conversations if like somebody be like, I just don't think trans people should exist. My favorite thing ever is just to be like, really? Okay. Why? And like, just let them talk. And if they say something that's like factually incorrect, I'll pop up with it. But just having that conversation of like grabbing my drink and be like, okay, why? What part of this are you against? Because sometimes it's just the ideology. They're just like the whole thing. I'm against the whole thing. And I was like, well, what is the whole thing for you? Like, where does that start for you? What part of this, like, is it make you uncomfortable? Does it make you angry? I just go full therapy. And I don't always mean to, but I've done it to people before. And I have such an amazing time just sitting with people and hearing, like, where does this feeling come from? Like, why does this concept make you so uncomfortable? And like, maybe it makes you angry, or maybe it makes you frustrated, or maybe it makes you disgusted. And then, like, you know, a lot of them will have reasons. Some of them won't have reasons. They're just like, it's wrong. It's wrong. The Bible says it's wrong. Unfortunately, if I run into the Bible says it's wrong, I tend to leave the conversation, not like get up and walk away and be like, ah, okay, I understand. Like, there is a limit. And when somebody's argument is the Bible, there's no, even though I can tell you for a fact that verse doesn't exist, there is no verse that says fuck trans people. I've read the Bible several times. I went to church for many years. I can't win an argument against somebody whose argument is God, because I can't win against their faith. So I don't join the conversation very often. But if it's anything else, like scientifically or anything, I love just hearing where it's coming from. Why do you dislike it? What don't you like about it? Well, I don't think they should be doing that to kids. Well, did you know that usually you're not able to get transgender surgeries until you're the age of 18 or older? And things like puberty blockers are offered to kids all of the time who aren't trans, as somebody who, like, if you go through early puberty. So that's something that's not trans exclusive. And hormones, yeah, totally can be offered to kids under the age of 18. And shockingly, as a trans person, I don't believe children under the age of 18 should be allowed to start hormones. That's a really fucking crazy take I have. In the trans community, that is not a take that I should have, according to a lot of the trans community, but it is. I don't believe you should be allowed to start hormones or seek surgeries until you are 18 or older. Puberty blockers, that's one thing. Everything else, I feel like you should need to be an adult to do, personally. But I'm also not stopping anybody from seeking things in their life. You know what I mean? I will want so incredibly badly to abate, but I would feel very unsafe. That's fair. I'll say I've had that happen in front of me before, but I don't think I did anything because I was shocked at what I just heard, and it was in a school environment. Yeah. You specifically a man in a bar, and I gave him a that's fair. I feel like changing people's minds is never done when you come at them with hostility. I also have the personal belief most people probably just don't understand it, and that's where their hate comes from. And that is literally the core of all of it. Hate stems from fear. Fear stands from misunderstanding. The less you know about something, the more you fear something. That's why we're afraid of space and the ocean and whatever else. And I genuinely do think the better we understand each other, the better understandings we can have, and the less crap that everybody would have to deal with. So I have so much fun just sitting and going, why? Like, what is it? What is it about it that makes you uncomfortable? What is it about it that you think shouldn't be going on or shouldn't be allowed? Because, true and honest to God, somebody who says, I don't believe trans people should exist, they probably have takes and opinions that I agree with. And I think it's important to be able to find that, I think it's important to know that you can find common ground with almost anybody. Not everybody, but almost everybody. You can find points you agree on. So if they were like, yeah, I don't think kids should be allowed to get surgery, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I don't either. I agree with you. I don't think children should be allowed to get surgery. And just the fact that we had any opinion that we agree on could open the door for deeper conversation and understanding, because suddenly there's common ground. and keep hating something if you aren't educated in the subject. I'm totally here for sure. They're usually so misinformed about what trans people experience. They are. And that's like, I'm always interested. And obviously there are some people that like, there's nothing I can do. Because I have had conversations with people who are like, well, everybody who's trans goes through like this like one experience. And I was like, and where do you get that information? They're like, you see it on the internet all the time. And I was like, okay, I have had it as a trans person. I've had a different experience. They're like, well, that doesn't count. And like, there is like a certain type of person who they've seen something on the internet and have decided that that is truth. And no conversation outside that will ever convince them of anything else. And that's okay. I don't go into these arguments like looking to change somebody's mind. I go into these arguments with the desire of understanding where people's misinformation and hatred comes from and hoping that I can learn a little bit and hoping maybe they learn a little bit, but not expecting that. I come in with like the expectation, understanding of like, I'm not going to change their mind, but I can understand where they're coming from and maybe find common ground. And common ground is a really good place to start. I had a whole TikTok series for a little bit a period of time where I was talking about the fact that like education doesn't happen with hate and anger. It doesn't. People don't learn when you come at them with hostility, like Ara said. Like, it's like, that is not how it works. If you want to change somebody's mind, you're not going to do it by fucking insulting them or yelling at them. Or even the face, which is very hard not to do. But if somebody says, I don't think trans people should exist, and your immediate reaction is like, ugh, you won't get to have a conversation with them. Which, again, you don't have to have a conversation with them. Sometimes they do just deserve the face. But filter out all the opinions that you guys agree with, and then try to hear each other out on the debates that you guys takes that you guys disagree with is the way I tackle most debates. Yeah. Like, finding common ground is like the best place to start, truly. I don't know. It really is. It's an interesting little, I don't know. It really is just an interesting thought. It's an interesting like moment to like sit and think of like, how would you deal with this? And I also like want to clarify a quick thing of like all of this stuff that I'm chatting about. It's not your job. It is super not your job. It is never your job to educate a transphobe. If you're tired, if you're feeling unsafe, if you've already done it 3 times today, if you're on the break of on the point of losing it, if you're just not in the mood, if you're out having fun with friends and just don't want to start this shit, it is never your responsibility to educate a transphobe. Just literally never. That expectation is never on you. So do not think I'm saying that like if you choose to walk away or choose to make the face or choose to just sit there and be quiet and listen and take it. I'm not thinking any less of you, because it is never your job or your responsibility to put up with this bullcrap, because all of us get tired, myself included. I have sniffed at people. I have told people to shut the fuck up. I have told people that they're idiots. I have insulted people directly to their face. I am also a human being that gets tired and doesn't always want to have a fucking debate, despite the fact that it does seem like I always want to have a debate. I promise I am a human being who does get tired of doing that shit. I didn't realize how badly I misspelled takes. I had to read it several times. Perfect is unattainable and never expected. Oops. Anyways, I got worked up and now I feel like I'm gonna throw up. But those are my opinions. I gotta chill. Nauseous. Ugh. I was debating a friend over something. About Nintendo games rights or something. We treated it like Ace Attorney. Objection! Sustained. And I think if you can just debate with respect, like, that's all you need. It's all you gotta do is just treat each other with just a little bit of respect. It's not too hard. Since that case has ended, I have since downloaded both the Ace Attorney trilogy and Detective Pikachu. I think I might have taken a bit far in my mind. Ugh. I know you guys voted for drawing a woman today, but I've taken it up to also debate city today. Zan Rant's episode. Been a minute since I've had a solid Zan Rant. I had a solid one in me today. I just needed to yell about something. Hour long Zan Rant. It has been an hour. Good God. I don't know if I have too much water in me, that's what I want to throw up, or if I don't have enough water in me. Could be both. Oh. Okay. Throwing up stream? Bro. New stream just dropped. Xander vomits. Long Xander. I could keep going, but I'll chill now. Just playing to lurk and then you start ranting about things I'm personally passionate about. Yeah. I just like, Mr. Yawnson over here. Listen, bro, I'm tired. Aura can attest. They were over today and I was yawning a storm up. I almost fell asleep on the bed like 3 times while they were here. Ah! That's why I was gonna play a game today that I was hope could keep me awake. Oh, ads are rolling, sorry. Alright, non-ad watchers, I want you to know that only your genders are valid. Those who watch ads have invalid genders. But don't tell them that. And don't clip it so that people know. You gotta keep that a secret. Ugh. I'm so full of water. It is. Oops. Is it everyone or just the common ones between us? All of them. All of them. Boy, my glad heads only work at me sometimes. Fuck. Lamo. Does Emily still have emotes? Are there still Lamo emotes? I don't think there are. There it is. Emily still got him. I don't know, I'm not subbed to her anymore. Yeah, neither am I. She hasn't streamed in a year. I found a way to get around ads on Opera GX with that ad block, and it's beautiful. Cyber, you're denying me money. I'm kidding. Literally do that. I haven't been subbed to Emily in years, so I wouldn't know. Far longer than that, surely. Has it been longer than that? It might have been longer than that. I don't even know. Let me see if I can check. It's probably been over a year at this point. Oop. KY. Trying to go to your account here. Okay, so the only recent uploads and highlights were 3 years ago. There's no way. That's the last time you made a highlight. Obviously the VODs are not up. But the last time there was a highlight was 3 years ago. Let's not expose me now. I'm never getting another Emily stream. Yeah. Young Emily. Oh, this was pre-kiss. Wait. Hang on.
That's cool. But also an organizing, like, relaxing game.
That's crazy.
It's something, that's for damn sure.
Aww.
So I'm very excited to play that.
Aww. There's so much love happening in this.
I also put a limit on the
I love you almost. You're all rad. I love you too. Don't feel left out. At Ash. Floosh. Voracious, I love you. Floosh.
System before I added it in.
Everyone is so in love.
Just... yeah, I gotta kiss Xander.
I gotta kiss Xander.
As I redeem a third one. Obviously, it isn't working, but it's fine.
That's so funny.
Just, I love you. What's going on?
Don't
feel left out. What's going on? I love the love fest. Cute. We love all the love.
Oh, wait. Here you go. Oh my god. Right here. It has been 2 years. Last live 2 years ago. Wow.
I'm tryharding. I do a fantastic job.
I'm kind of proud. You should
Mine looks suspicious as hell.
I'm gonna make another account after.
That's crazy. Okay, I'll get off of Emily's streams. I'm sorry. I'll get off of here. I just needed like a moment. Hello, hi Lily. Hasn't even streamed in the time that I've been here. Jeez. Speaking of Gartic, my birthday's coming up soon. Yo, we should do that. Whoa, art? Yeah, we were drawing Pretty Lady. My beautiful girl. God. That's such an insane... I can't believe how long we've been doing this. Do you guys know? So it's March right now. Today's my OC's birthday. Which OC's birthday is it today? Imagine if Emily burst in through the door and turned the VOD off herself. The VOD's already off. She's safe. It is March right now. March, April, May, June, July, August. So we have 5 months. And in 5 months, will have been streaming for 5 years, which is kind of nuts. So I think we need to do something big for the 5-year mark. I don't know what, but we got to do something. I think I'm gonna start being cringe and posting like begging TikToks to get everybody on Twitch again. Kieran is 73 today. Yo, that's crazy. I don't know most of my OC's birthdays. I've got to make decisions about that. Or maybe I don't have to. I don't know. I know Kane's birthday, I think. I don't know. No, I don't know by heart, but I think Kane's got a birthday. I think I have one decided. What if all my OCs had my birthday? That would be an option. It's always a choice. I gotta get off Emily's Twitch. Whoa. If Kane has a birthday, I don't know it. Let me see if I it is, hang on, I know it's in here. Hang on, it's on my other Google account. Hang on, I've got a couple of Google accounts. Anyways, talk about potentially changing the year. I know I do. It's April. Okay, his birthday guaranteed is in April. Everything else I'm not sure. I swear. No, not everybody's saying April 1st. He's already such a joke. I don't think I have anything else. And I've got him in like 1996. I was considering making it like 1994. April, okay, April 1st, April 2nd, April 3rd, April 4th. Why is it 1996 now? Oh, maybe I was wrong. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, hang on. Every time I talk about my, this is not a hate at Ollie. Every time I talk about my OCs, I feel stupid because Ollie knows more about it than I do. No, it was 94. Hayden's 98. I don't know what it was. April 5th, April 6th, April 7th, February 29th, which is not, that's just April 1st again. I have to correct the record. The record is me! Otherwise we'll all be confused. Listen, man. I'm just not smart enough for multiple OCs. The reason I don't have birthdays for my OCs is because even if I did decide birthdays for my OCs, I wouldn't remember them. So I just don't make them. But I want to. So what? I'll remember them. That's fair. Someone will remember them. And Kane has an April birthday. I guess he was born in 94. Also notably not Earth, but that's same. Notably not Earth, but that's me. I'm making birthdays for my OCs based off of month 5. My OCs don't even have the normal months in their calendar. Yeah, that's a little bit different. Like fantasy OCs is a little bit different. Caden's not a fantasy OC. I think Azazel was born in the summer. But that's about all I know for. No, Azazel. I had like Emily was trying to make me pick zodiac signs. I think Azazel was. Hang on. I don't remember. Azazel was a Cancer. I think I'm wrong about that. Maybe I think maybe I was right. Azazel was a Cancer, maybe, or a Gemini or something. I don't know. Yeah, zodiac signs is a fun way to do birthdays for characters. It's funny that Sam's birthday's in January because I just don't associate him with winter or January in the slightest, but I think it makes sense because of how little his birthday matters to him. Yeah, I feel like I feel like that's a fair way to look at it. How do I avoid giving my twins Gemini? You don't. You just do it. It's just such a random time for him. What if I made things sadder and had one of my OC's birthdays exact age we canonically lost in a file somewhere? That's fun. Fun way to do it. Bro, we're talking about fucking zodiac signs and Emily's not here because I scared her away with her own VODs. I need Emily to come back so we can talk about zodiac signs because she knows more than me. Adding her. You might have to add her in Discord. I don't think she'll see it here. Yes, I can't avoid giving characters precise details by bending the lore to my favor. Yes, of course. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I just love throwing colors in skin nowadays. I just be throwing anything anywhere. Prepare a summoning circle. If these two characters were born on Earth, they just so happen to be born on June 21st at 11:59 p.m. Right, of course. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Kane, I feel like I could do like, I'm trying to think. I have to sneeze. I gotta blow my nose. Okay, back. Bro, it's Pi Day? Oh my god, it is Pi Day. I don't actually remember much about Zodiacs, and what they do remember is stated by homework. That's why I need Emily in here. Emily knows. I wonder if I call Emily on Discord. Hang on. See if this works. We're gonna see if this works. Hello.
What do you want?
I needed a professional consult. You know more about zodiac signs than anybody else in stream.
So you expose me publicly and then you demand my help.
I beseech your assistance. I don't know if beseech is the right word.
What do you need?
We're just talking. I wanted to summon you because we're talking about zodiac signs, and you're the person. And chat wants to know that if we apologize for exposing you, if you'll help us figure out zodiac signs and what they mean and how to pick them for our OCs. That's what we're here for.
Fine.
Yay! Okay, Emily's in chat. We got her. I think Voracious apologizes and I apologize. Ollie says she doesn't do anything wrong, which I think is fair.
Right.
Me and you had chatted at one point about giving my OCs zodiac signs, and I think we decided on a couple of them. Did I decide on one for Azazel? I don't remember if I did. I was trying to. I feel like it was Azazel and Kane. We like kind of picked them.
I gave you one that I thought fit, and then I think you ignored it.
Oh, that's fair. That seems to be something I do.
Because it didn't like go with when you wanted it to be born.
The only thing, the only thing I know for Kane is that Kane is born in April. I don't know what that options that gives him.
It gives him Aries or Taurus.
Aries or Taurus. Okay, so if I know
out of those two, he is for sure an Aries and not a Taurus.
Is he?
There is no universe or planet in which he is a Taurus. You want to know what the personality traits of Taurus are, Xander? Stable, secure, hates change.
Okay.
He's not a Taurus.
So Kane isn't a Taurus. That's
He's a
fair.
male Aries, which is awful, but that's okay.
Oh no, Kane's a male. So what's a male Aries? What's wrong with them?
Male Aries are just like the worst kind of Aries, you know?
Oh no.
This is coming from an Aries who doesn't really act like an Aries.
Okay.
Aries in general are very confident and hot-headed and determined and very passionate.
Oh yeah.
They don't really think, they just do.
Oh, perfect.
And male Aries specifically, male Aries a lot of times can be defined as like alpha male, hyper masculine, which is why they're not liked. But
well, luckily he's not a hyper masculine alpha male, so he'll miss that part of him. He's safe there. What era of April does that give me options for?
That would be beginning. It would be April 20th and before.
Okay. So that's I got it somewhere in there. I'll put his birthday.
Aries is mostly April, so you have more options.
Okay. April 20th.
All the zodiac signs span 2 months, but there's always 1 month that's kind of more of the main month.
Like the dominant month.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I can work with that. That gives me a pretty big working range.
I've also, to be honest, never met an Aries that acts like one, in all honesty.
Well, he'll miss the alpha male section of it, but the rest of
he will.
Azazel is a summer baby, but beyond that,
the reason why you ignored me is that I said he fit Aquarius, and then you're like, well, that's winter, so no, and so that's I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I guess it's also a fantasy world, so like I really could just
maybe it's set in like Australia.
Genesis and Brianna are set in Australia.
What do you mean they're set in Australia? This entire time, these two have had Australian accents.
They do now.
What do you mean?
I decided this like 2 days ago.
Why?
Ollie suggested it on stream, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. So I was like, "Yep, they're in like Sydney
I
area,
don't like them
Australia."
anymore. They have Australian accents. No shade to Broughton in chat or everyone else. I know he's not Australian, or they're not Australian, but
Oh,
I don't actually care.
yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, Genesis and Brianna are Australian.
Terrible decision. Terrible decision.
It came from Ollie. Blame her.
If you want Azazel to be summer, you get Gemini, Cancer,
Yep.
Leo, and maybe Virgo.
So
Like tail end.
I feel like I remember talking about both Cancer and Gemini for Azazel. And I feel like
I don't see him as Gemini.
The only thing I know about Geminis is that people say that they're two-faced, but also my mom's a Gemini.
I know a bagillion Geminis, and they're fine. They're like one of the most shit on signs, and they're just kind of they're people. They're people. Like they're just like good at socializing.
Okay.
Unless you're Courtney Clark, in which you're not.
That fits my mom a lot. My mom is very Gemini. She's so people.
All the zodiac signs go off of elements, and generally, other than Aquarius, which is the oddball, all of the air signs, which is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, are people. Like they are good with adapting to people and being charismatic.
Okay.
Once again, aside from Aquarius, which tend to be awkward as shit.
Okay. So
we know. Oh, Rotten, I could tell.
Hang on.
Aquariuses are like the oddballs. That's like their role. They're just like a little strange.
They're a little strange. Rotten said, "Well."
I'm going off of extraordinary stereotypes, by the way.
So Caleb, no. Hayden, no. Brooklyn, Roman. These are good. I'm just reading. These are fine. Okay. So I'm putting down... I should figure out all of these.
Ara does have a point. Their zodiac sign would probably have some... the world would probably influence it a little bit, but we're not going off their world. We're going off of the USA.
So...
An inquiry on being a Cancer.
Aries.
Cancers are a water sign. They are considered to be one of the most emotional, other than generally all of the signs have very, very, once again with the elements, there's like big stereotypes around all of the elements. Fire is passion and drive. Earth is grounded and like stable and think before do. Air is sociable and charismatic and adaptable, and then water is emotional and creative generally. Cancer is generally seen as... I'm not gonna lie to you, Cyber. I don't know a lot of male cancers. I don't know a lot of the stereotypes for male cancers. I only know female cancers. But generally with female cancers, they're kind of like parental and very like caring and a little bit sensitive. They're very good at like understanding what other people need. Their element is not element. Their planet is the moon. They're also very like spiritual and kind of like whimsical a little bit. Pisces is another water sign, very similar to Cancer. They're just a little bit more dreamy. Pisces are very like artistic and they're always kind of in their head. Pisces are like the artists of the zodiac. If you want to know what a Pisces is, imagine Ollie. Ollie is like textbook Pisces. I've never met someone who matches their sign better than Ollie. Ever. Very dreamy, very intuitive, very like what's the word?
I'm a Sagittarius, Arctic. I'm not,
What's
but
the
I am.
word? I'm trying to think of the word. When you
For what?
create imaginative, there it is.
Ah.
Oh, let me take a look, see a Cancer for you. I don't feel like I gave you a good answer, Cyber. I'm not gonna lie, Cancer's not a sign I'm good at.
Cancers are crybabies.
That is a stereotype of Cancers. They're crybabies. That's why I
Yep.
said
That's all I know.
they're very emotional. But they're less crybaby and more, like I said, kind of like adaptive and like devoted. They're more like empathetic. So
They
they're
swim
just
in the
like
water.
very hyper aware of other people. And they're also very like defensive and like loyal.
There's something about this is completely unrelated, but just because I took a sip of my coffee. There's something about the combinations. I brewed my pot of coffee with 2 different types of coffee bean today because I was out of one of my types. And one of them was like a some type of like cherry mocha or something, and one of them is toasted coconut, and the combination tastes almost alcoholic. It's not, but it tastes almost alcoholic. I don't know what it is
I
about it.
slipped something in there.
Yeah, Emily is fucking drugging me.
Sagittarius. Fire
Sagittarius are
sign.
adventurers.
They are adventurous.
I am an adventure.
They don't stay in one spot. They are very like on the move. They're sometimes labeled as kind of like lighthearted and funny and don't take things too seriously. They have trouble like focusing on tasks and tend to jump from like project to project.
So me.
And then I'm trying to think of more Sagittarius traits. They're also very driven because they're a fire sign, but they like have trouble. Same with Aries. All the fire signs have like a lot of drive and not a lot of
No chill.
doing
Oh,
generally. So they have like a lot of like I want to do. Well, sorry, They don't have a lot of planning. They have a lot of do and they don't have a lot of execute.
that you know that's fair.
Obviously, this is stereotyping. I'm the complete opposite of that, but Sagittarius is very ADHD, I guess, if you want to boil it down to
Bro,
that. Sure.
Sagittarius ADHD core.
Yeah, you're so right.
Xander, we should go out drinking. Vicious, I'm really not a drinker. It is too expensive to get me drunk at a bar, and I don't really have any interest in being drunk. So when I go to bars, I just end up babysitting all the drunk people, and it's not exactly my idea of a good time usually. I do it. My friends like going out drinking sometimes, so I will go out to the bars or the clubs or whatever, but it's not... Being drunk is not my idea of a good time, unfortunately.
I scrolled up. Why was everyone just listing like days in April in order?
We were trying to pick Kane's birthday, and they were suggesting days in order.
If I can, okay, cool. I was gonna say if I could request not April 4th, but I guess you also can do that. I don't really care.
No, I'm between April 9th and April 12th.
Okay.
I don't know why. They just feel
If it
right.
makes you feel any better, Nailu is also an Aries.
That's that. Somehow the fact that we have our similar characters having very similar birthdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think technically probably Sagittarius would fit Kane better, but Aries is probably his next best bet.
I'm gonna say...
So I was summoned here to discuss. Am I just telling people what their zodiac sign is, or like what's my role here?
Well, we were trying to decide birthdays for OCs, and you were the person to turn to, and I was like, well, I don't know.
Everyone's just asking me to give them a read.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like I'm a free fortune teller.
For fortune telling readings.
Yeah. We've figured out literally one OC.
Yes, Kane is probably... I think I'm gonna go with April 12th. I don't know, or April 9th. It's gonna be one of those. Like being perceived, I must undergo perception. Genuinely. Okay, what about... Fuck it, since we're playing around with Brianna, how are we gonna... let's birthday Brianna. Sawyer doesn't even have a birthday. Does Sawyer have a birthday?
I'm not gonna lie to you, my brother. I do not know much about Brianna.
Neither do I.
Awesome. You're giving me a great challenge here.
Okay, hang on.
I mean,
Let's do Sawyer because
when do you?
if Kane has one,
Okay,
I should make Sawyer
go
have
Sawyer.
one. Let's
go
back
Sawyer.
up. Let's back.
Do you want
let's
the
back
least
up.
compatible options first?
Yeah, I do.
There's also zodiac signs naturally pair well with one another, like in relationships.
What's
Once
the
again,
worst
this is all
pairing?
stereotypes. If your partner is the incorrect zodiac sign, that does not mean you need to break up.
No, it does mean you need to break up. Emily prescribed.
Well, the worst possible ones for Aries would be really anything Earth. Taurus,
Okay.
Virgo,
Yep.
Capricorn would be awful.
Taurus was my first thought for Sawyer. Like that's my instinct.
Yeah, that would be awful. And then what is it? Because it's the bull.
Yeah, well, because it's the bull, but also because it's like the stubborn, bullheaded, like stability.
Yeah,
stability is like Sawyer's whole thing.
I fear Sawyer is like 100% an Earth sign, which is bad
guaranteed.
for Aries.
Perfect.
You also any water sign excluding Scorpio would be bad for Aries also.
Okay. God,
so
and generally Scorpio dating sounds dangerous.
It's not good, but of the water signs, that is the best one because they're kind of similar. They're both equally hated. So the three most hated signs is Gemini, Aries, and Scorpio. That is like the three hated. If you want to put an Earth sign in there, it's Capricorn. But those are like the least hated, or those are like the most hated of every element.
Okay.
But of consensus, I don't agree with any of it. Obviously, I'm in Aries. I know a lot of Geminis. I don't actually agree.
You're just sharing the information of the internet.
I'm sharing
Emily's not consenting to any of
internet
this.
perception. But but all the zodiacs have like their the elements are honestly more important than anything. And they kind of pair with one another, and generally fire and fire, air and air, like those always go together. So like an Aries is compatible with a Leo, and like an Aquarius is compatible with a Libra. But like if not the same element, fire and air go together, and earth and water go together. So like fire and earth and air and water don't go as well together, kind of thing.
I feel like that makes sense in my head.
Yeah, because the water and the earth are more grounded, and the air and the fire are more like go-getters.
Okay, that makes sense in my head.
So yeah, the worst sign for Sawyer would probably be Taurus. Yeah,
and I feel like
or Capricorn.
That feels like it's probably Taurus is probably what he is because he's stubborn, he's bullheaded, his stability is kind of his whole thing. Stability, consistency, resistant to change.
Yeah. They're also foodies, if that matters. For some reason, that's like a really prominent personality trait for Tauruses, is they like snacks.
Wait, that's really fun. I want to add that into Sawyer's lore.
I'm not joking. For some reason, whenever people like stereotype Taurus, it's like, yeah, they like to eat. Like, why is this a personality trait?
That's such a strange. But fuck it, yeah, sure.
They like
Sawyer's
to eat, or they like to cook. Like it's like they kind of go in tandem.
I mean, I've kind of always had in my head that like Sancho's a huge cooker, so Sawyer can probably cook his fucking pants off.
Why did Ash spell Taurus like that? That isn't right.
Maybe I'm Taurus.
That is not right. They also called themselves Piss earlier, so what do I know?
Perfect.
Unfortunately for you, if you are making Sawyer a Taurus, that is the exact one after Aries, so it's also April and May. So.
Oh, okay. It's April and May.
Yeah, it goes Aries Taurus, so they share a month. Taurus is also April. It's the end of April.
Well, fuck it. Maybe I'll put their birthdays like right by each other. I feel like it's always like you have to have like two OCs with their birthdays like nowhere near each other. Like fuck it, have them share a month. Why not? They like in the future they could have like
Taurus.
Combined birthday parties.
Combined birthday parties.
Kane's not a big celebrator of his birthday anyways.
Why is Ash texting me? I don't care what this is. In geometry, a torus is a surface of revolution generated by revolving a circle in three-dimensional space, one full I don't care! Can I not text my friends? Not this.
Not this. Okay, so Sawyer Taurus. So April or May?
April or May. April like 21st to May, I don't know the exact day, like 20th. You'd have to like Google the exact cusp. It changes every month. It's never the same. And I'm not that crazy to have them memorized.
Taurus dates. April 20 to May 20. Huh.
Alright, I was pretty on it. Hello, Apollo.
Oh wait, April is also Easter.
It is. Sometimes it's March though.
Oh, that's true.
This year, Easter is like a day after my birthday, which I'm not super stoked about, but it's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you about that and then I forgot to, but I've just kind of accepted because I'm gonna guess we're gonna do something for your birthday, so I'm not going up for Easter this year, I don't think.
If you want to go up for Easter, you can go up for Easter. It is okay.
But I don't want to not be here on your birthday. I just gotta figure out something.
Up to you.
I was considering doing something with the Discord community, like the local Discord community I've got going on, that like for everybody who doesn't have somewhere to go on Easter, like let's get together and like have a picnic or something. If it's warm at all, which it won't be. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I was gonna talk to you about that, but I haven't yet. This is me talking to you about it.
Right.
I'll figure something out. I do not know how to color normally anymore. I don't know what's going on. These jeans are just every color except for blue.
What else am I answering?
Oh. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna put Sawyer is so like April 20 through May 20. So I gotta figure out something in there.
Ollie says she thinks Brianna should be Australian summertime, which means winter. So
Okay.
I can go over those options, I guess.
Yeah, so what are the what would be Australian summer / American winter times?
The American winter signs are I don't know when the cusp would be. I'd say it starts with Sagittarius and then Capricorn, Aquarius. I'd say even Pisces, like the beginning of Pisces could count.
Okay.
Those. Sagittarius, which is a fire, that's end of November, beginning of December. Capricorn, end of December, beginning of January. Aquarius, end of January, beginning of February, and Pisces, end of February, beginning of March.
Okay, we went over Sagittarius a little bit. Those are the adventurers.
Yes.
What are the other guys?
Capricorn is another earth sign. They are very there's like a joke that everyone who doesn't believe in the zodiac signs is a Capricorn. They're very like no bullshit. They're very like financially stable and like also just stable in general. They're very like business savvy sometimes and or like just like very type A.
Okay.
All of the earth signs are kind of type A, but Virgo and Capricorn are more type A. Virgo's more type A with like organization and Capricorn's more type A with like work.
Okay.
They're very like work oriented as well as like they've got like I don't know. I don't know how to word Capricorn. They're like just kind of ambitious and they're very disciplined
That
and they don't
might
really take bullshit.
that might be where we end up landing. Because so the only thing I have like really steady in with Brianna is that she is one of those people who doesn't fuck around with her sport. Her sport is kind of her, like swimming is kind of her existence. So like, and it's not like one of those like I don't know who I am without it. Like it's not like that kind. It's just like I'm going to be the best at this thing, and being the best at this thing means this is my entire life. Like she like she'll go out with friends.
Yeah.
Like she's not like, she's not like a complete recluse. She'll go out and she'll party and she'll have fun. But like she doesn't drink because she doesn't want to screw with training. She does not skip practice. She stays late, goes early, becomes like team captain very easily. Like it's all just like if you want to be good, you have to be dedicated, and like that's her whole drive.
Yeah.
So that might be
That
on the
would
list.
fit. Aquarius, like I said, they're kind of like weird. Like that's like just like
Aquarius
the
is
best.
kind of weird.
They're not just weird. Okay, they're like kind of aloof. They're very like in their own head. They have kind of like interesting interests.
Okay.
They can be a little bit like hard to get to know, just because they have like kind of an interesting perspective on life. But they also are adaptable. Like all of the water signs are adaptable. That's kind of their whole thing. They're very smart. They do have good social skills, but it's almost like trained social skills. Like they like kind of know what to say. And they're very like independent. Like they're kind of like themselves.
That could be really fun for Azazel.
That's why I suggested it.
I know. You might be so right about that. Eh.
They're also known to be like kind of distant, but also like the biggest thing about Aquariuses for some reason is they're like always described as being like really humanitarian and like big on like compassion. Like I don't know why. Like that's like a big one for them.
Actually,
Is like being like very humanitarian and like for the people.
I think Othello's an Aquarius.
Okay.
Harsh take. I've made my decision. Othello's an Aquarius. I don't know what that means for him, but that's true.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily that wrong.
Hang on, I need my OC list, my OC master list. I need to start writing these down. Where's Othello?
Ollie says Sam is a Capricorn. Is that good? I'd say that's pretty good. That's pretty accurate. Ginny being a Scorpio, I wasn't expecting. I won't lie. That wasn't very high up on the list of signs I'd expect her to be. Not that it's like inaccurate. I guess I just have like kind of a predisposed notion of what a Scorpio is, and she is not that.
Lexi is a Scorpio.
Who?
Lexi, the one I grew up with.
Oh no, I know. You talk about her being a Scorpio sometimes.
Yeah, she's a Scorp. Kane is he's a what did we Aries, you said. Okay. Kane is an Aries. Sawyer is a Taurus. I've decided Othello is Aquarius.
Yep.
Cause he's loyal, he's dedicated, he's humanitarian, like for the people. He can be a little weird. He can be a little like outsider-ish, like a little off.
Aquarius is very like autistic sign.
Yes, he's very trained social. Because like Azazel is trained to be like that, but that's not his like genuine like personality. That is very much who Othello is.
Yeah. Aquarius does like to socialize. They're just like they got like aura.
I think that would work. I think it matters much more to match Azazel's birthday to the book setting than to try and make his zodiac accurate. That's true. But also like because it's a fake world, it could be set anywhere in the world, so any month could be any month. Like it could very much be that, like, because there aren't months that are labeled like they are here. Like it's not like, oh, I was born in December. Like there's only 2 seasons where Azazel lives. It's a wet season and a dry season. Like It's very almost like Japan style, where there's a season
Is
where
he
it like
wet?
rains, like maybe snows, and like a dry that would be like the wet season is like what you would think of like winter into spring, and then like the dry season is like summer and fall.
I like how you
And
brushed over my question really quickly. That was really funny.
what was the question?
I just asked if he was wet, and then you ignored
I
it completely.
I did not register your
You just
question.
bulldozed over it.
I was trying to explain what the different sections were. Is he wet? Maybe he's wet. You'd have to ask him. No, I think he's dry. I think he's summer. Azazel known to be dry. Chronically dry man.
What do I think Jenny was gonna be? I don't know. I mean, water suits her. I guess I was just my gut instinct would be like Cancer or like maybe. Scorpio's really not that bad. It's not. It doesn't not fit her. It's just like there's an energy with Scorpios, which is like dark bad bitch, which like just isn't like it's her. She matches Scorpio personality wise. She just doesn't match Scorpio energy wise.
Like visually.
Yeah, Scorpios. It's always like the bad bitch, manipulative, like take no shit, do no good kind of shit.
Do no good.
But really, they're a water sign. Like they're very emotional. But like their emotion is a lot more like internalized, and it gets expressed a little bit more like as anger.
Lexi is
Scorpio
so
is like the dark water sign.
Oh,
and everyone always thinks Scorpio is in fact not a water sign, but it is.
So you've said Brianna is possibly a Capricorn?
Capricorn?
Capricorn? Wait, I have a question mark birthday next to Brianna.
Because you haven't picked her day. You just picked the sign.
No, I just put that down. I had a possible birthday written down for her as July 3rd. What the fuck did that make her?
Oh, that's not right. I mean, it could be.
What would that make her?
I believe Leo. No, I think that's Cancer.
Huh.
I'm trying to remember. I'm looking it up. I don't know for sure.
I don't think I'm keeping that. I think that was a previous decision. Previous me was wrong about her birthday. Oh, sorry, Ollie was in chat going, Cancer. It is Cancer. I know. Sorry,
I
Ollie.
She has an OC with that birthday.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna keep that. I think having her as a Capricorn works better.
Capricorn.
A Capricorn. And then I also have a possible Genesis birthday written down. It's September 20th. What does that end up being?
September 20th is, that's on the cusp. Fuck, I have to Google that one. It's either Virgo or Libra. September 20th, zodiac sign. That one's like right on the cusp. It's Virgo.
It's Virgo. Well, what's a Virgo?
Virgos are another earth sign. They are very, very, very type A. Very organized, very book smart, very like almost judgy. Like okay. I'm not like kind of like I know the correct way to do this thing kind of thing. They're very like holier than thou. That sounds a little mean, but like that's like the best way to describe it. But like they're very observant, very analytical, very like smart, intelligent, very good at organizing activities and like making sure everything is set. They're type A.
I feel like it could work, but I feel like I don't know if there's a better, but I feel like I don't know. Because Genesis is kind of Genesis. She's kind of my two-sided girl because she is very, very, very book smart. She's going into like when she goes to college, she's going into healthcare. Like she is very book smart, but she's also like very social smart. Like she's like far more than Brianna. She is the social. She is the partier. She is the like, you know, going out to have a good time. Like not quite like full party girl. Like if you're picturing like comparisons, don't quite think like it's not quite Niley type of party, but like she wants to go out and socialize and make friends and all of that, but she doesn't there's like a slight limit to it because she's not sexual, but
I
she
mean,
is very
Virgo
like
is the
teasing.
virgin.
That's true.
If you want to pick the sign that best fits the the character physically.
Yeah, Genesis is that.
Whose character gives crab?
Whose character gives?
What character gives sea goat?
Bro, you know a fellow my sea goat, Myra my sea goat,
No, that would be Brianna, your sea goat.
Brianna my sea goat.
Capricorn is sea goat.
Oh, is it? Bro, Brianna my
Yes.
sea goat.
Mind you, Capricorn not a water sign,
Of course, right. What a
but
fool.
it is a goat with a mermaid tail. That is its sign. That is like its symbol.
It's got a mermaid tail. Oh my god, Brianna's
Yeah.
such a mermaid. She's such a mermaid.
She's so genuinely like
She's from
the
a
drawing
deep
you
blue
have
underworld.
for Genesis's tattoo. That just looks like Capricorn.
Bro.
There
She's
is no
such a,
butterfly zodiac, unfortunately.
she's so Capricorn.
No, sea goat as in like SEA.
Sea goat. Capricorn greatest of all time.
I don't know much about Genesis. My instinct for her wouldn't be Virgo, but like you know her better than me. I think I'm just going off of like her visually.
So, information for her, super feminine. Like she like absolutely loves like the feminine world. Very like,
There are feminine and masculine signs.
okay. So she's super on the feminine side of the world. Like girly pop life. She loves to party. She totally does. Like she drinks. She goes out and very, very social. But she's not like not sexual with it. But she's absolutely a tease. Like she's absolutely a sexual tease. She just doesn't actually like commit. She loved swimming until it became competitive, and then she hated it. She's not a competitor. She just likes to do things that are fun, and when they stop being fun, she stops doing them. I'm trying to think like, but she is also like she's very like book intelligent. And she's a little bit of she's mostly a pleasure seeker. Like that's like most of like, she can like buckle down and do things that aren't for pleasure. Like she doesn't enjoy like studying for college, but she is like very good at it. Like, but I don't know.
If I'm obviously she's a complex human being that can't be fit into one zodiac sign because no one can.
Right.
But since it is my job to be doing that,
it is.
You're giving me kind of mixed answers here.
I know
because
you can ignore the book stuff because that's more of like there's like causation to that. It's more of like
that's just her knowing how to study. That's not like her intrinsic personality.
Yeah, no, that's more of like mom is in the healthcare facility. She wants to become a healthcare worker. Like, so she's going against her nature to do this. But her nature is pleasure seeker. If something stops being fun, she stops doing it.
The problem is pleasure seeker leans fire or air.
Okay.
But fire
you don't feel
is
fire or
very
air
competitive. For her. Fire is competitive.
Okay. Well, she's not a competitive type of pleasure seeker.
Yeah. Fire is generally competitive. Sagittarius not as much, but Leo and Aries, especially Aries, are very competitive.
Okay.
I don't necessarily not see air. Air is the personality. Air is also about like pleasure seeking, about meeting people, about like kind of doing what they think is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I could see air. Earth, I don't, which is Virgo. I don't know if I necessarily see her as Earth with that description because Earth is not really about pleasure seeking. It's about distinctly doing what is going to make you the most stable.
Yeah, she's got some of that because again, like with the working to go to healthcare, and she wants stability in the future, but it's definitely not like her base. Like that's like she has to work against her base instinct to be like, I know I want stability. I have to do this stuff even though it sucks. But it is definitely against her instinct. Yeah. Her instinct is like pleasure.
And Virgo also is not necessarily competitive, but they have kind of that like, I have to be the best mindset because they're like very hardworking and like, it's very similar to Capricorn. Virgo and Capricorn are really similar. Virgo's just a little bit more empathetic than Capricorn is.
Okay.
And Virgo is a little bit more like the respect and the honesty, while Capricorn is a lot more of like the ambition. Okay. And then water water fits everything except for water signs are generally not super like they're not necessarily not social. Water signs can be social. I'd say water or air would be where I would lean for her.
Okay, water or air. I don't have any idea of like time of year for her at all. I'm pretty open, but
I mean, like there's 6 options. There's every season. You can take
there's
your
every
pick.
season. I'm trying to think of like how to narrow it down.
It would go.
Okay.
It would go every other month. It would.
So
it
what
would-
are the 6 options I've got? Water and air.
The 6 options if we're doing water, and once again, it doesn't have to be these. You can make her a Virgo, but like
But going off of these.
water and air is going to be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio.
Okay, so I'm probably not feeling Cancer.
Yeah.
So throw her out. Libra's all that balance shit. Well,
Libra is not necessarily balance. It's more charisma. Libra's big about like making decisions that are good for everybody, compromise. They're also very like flirtatious.
they are. I was gonna say Libras are kind of vain.
Libras are flirting. They're not vain. That's more Leo. They're more
I got
just
told I was vain a
flirtatious. They
lot
kind of
because I was a Libra. That was my. I had friends who were super into the zodiac, so I legitimately have been made fun of for my star sign before. That I was told I was a Libra, so I had to be full of myself. Honest to God, people are nuts. But
I mean, I don't not believe you, but I don't know if I would say that they're right. They can be
They're
kind of
probably not.
superficial, but it's less vain and more like superficial, as in like they kind of see like surface level.
okay,
They're more like charming, kind of easygoing. They're very like put together. Libras are very like you kind of like want to be them.
okay,
kind of
okay.
vibe.
I feel like Libra can
Which is
stay
why
on
I
the
was so
list.
surprised you didn't want to be a Libra because they're like one of like the best signs.
I literally the only thing I ever got told about Libras was that they were vain and they're full of themselves, and that the only thing they care about is like physical beauty.
There might be like some of that, but they're a lot more like they're still like an intellectual sign because they're still air.
Interesting. That's all I ever
They
got
they
told.
are they are a Libra, or they are a Venus planet, so like they do value beauty and love, but like kind
Which,
of in
like,
like the Greek kind of in like the Greek mythology way of valuing beauty, like if that makes sense.
It does actually.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not a
Like
bad
it's
thing
not
at
about
all.
like
It was
who's
just
the hottest. It's like, oh, you're so like it's very like sensual almost.
okay. So I feel like Libra can stay on the list. We won't kick that one off.
Yeah.
I
said Venus, not penis.
Yeah, the penis planet.
All the signs do have planets also, if people care about that.
Who's Pluto?
Scorpio.
Bro, so real. Okay, Scorpio's on the list too, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, what's Scorpios are the baddies.
That's it. That's all they are.
That's all. Scorpios are baddies. They're mean, apparently. What I know of Scorpios is they're bad as hell.
Yeah.
They're mean as hell. They hate everybody else.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? They're hot-headed, can't control their tempers.
Nope.
Big boobs.
Yeah, that's a personality trait.
That's like
I always said so, Jenny. Aries is Mars. Shockingly.
Those are the only things I know about Scorpio. Because again, having a friends who likes the star signs, that's what Lexi was made fun of for. Was that she was mean,
like you guys are just a bunch
hot-headed,
of
arrogant.
haters.
Yeah, we had a bunch of haters in high school.
You guys are just haters.
Listen, man, it wasn't my choice. The friend group, there's a bunch of assholes.
Scorpio, they definitely does have its fair share of negative personality traits, but like, I think that it kind of gets a bad rap. They all of those things are not necessarily like incorrect, but it's like all the mean trait.
It's not untrue.
Some of them are. I don't think they're hot-headed. That's not quite right. They're like Aries is known as the hot-headed one because they're like spontaneous, like explosive anger, versus Scorpio is more like calculated. I will ruin your life.
Yep. Okay, that I remember.
Scorpios are still a water sign, and like I said, they're very like they're a little bit more vindictive than the other water signs, but it's more just because they're kind of like fearful.
Okay.
They're very like self-reliant, very like protective, very independent, and like kind of brave. Like they're very like they will protect other people, like for sure, for sure. They're not like gonna
Yeah.
back down from a fight. They're gonna stand in front of people and like make sure that everyone's safe.
Okay.
They're very like disciplined, very like they know how to present, but they also can be like a little bit jealous and a little bit suspicious, and they're not very trusting of like anybody. But like once like you have their trust, they are like they're your bitch. Like they're not gonna betray you.
Okay.
Like they're very like baddie who like has been betrayed. So like she's not trusting, but like those that she does trust like has her entire heart.
And then, okay.
And they are very kind. It's just like you gotta like earn the kindness.
Okay. Scorpio can stay on the list then. So options right now are Libras and Scorpios.
Okay.
Cancer's off the list. I've forgotten everything else.
Pisces, Aquarius, and Gemini.
Okay, Aquarius is off the list because she's not an autism.
Yeah, she's not autism.
Okay, so Pisces and Gemini. Walk me through these.
Pisces, I kind of mentioned
Piss
earlier with
kink.
Ollie. Imagine
Sorry.
Ollie.
Ollie?
Imagine Ollie.
Okay, I'm
Very,
thinking about her.
very imaginative, very kind of in your own head, very like head in the clouds, very like like wise. Pisces is like wise. They're like there's kind of a there's also like an order to the zodiac signs. And weirdly enough, even though Capricorn is the first of the year, the first sign is Aries. So Aries is considered the most immature sign because each sign after gains the knowledge of the previous sign. And Pisces is the
Oh.
last in the cycle. So they're considered the most like adaptive of all the other signs. So they're like considered very wise.
Okay.
And Aries is considered very immature and very like in their own way because they are the first and they don't have to learn any like off of anybody else.
Oh.
People do not like Aries, bro. But
Okay.
Pisces is considered very like almost kind of like also kind of weird like Aquarius, but like almost like dreamy weird, kind of like very like olive also, like an olive coated, like kind of a little bit
Ooh.
strange, very artistic, very creative, very imaginative, very emotional. They are very sensitive, very, very sensitive.
Okay.
Like they take things to heart. They're very like they're also kind of crybabies because they're a water sign.
Do you know
stuff
who
like that.
this is giving me who this is reminding me of? Cat
Who?
Valentine from Victorious.
Oh yeah, kinda. I'd
like
say
you-
Cat would be either Aquarius or Pisces.
Yeah, there's something about that was like, I think Cat Valentine is a Pisces.
Pisces is one of my favorite signs. I always feel like I fit Pisces very well, but I'm just not that. I'm close.
Well, it's definitely not Genesis.
Okay.
So it's been it's been removed from the island.
Been cut.
Yeah, they've been cut. Pisces have been cut. All right.
Is it Kieran's birthday today, Ollie?
Apparently,
Are we missing his birthday?
he's what 74 today. You said.
Jesus Christ. Holy
73. Sorry.
old bitch.
Our beloved old man.
And then there's Gemini.
And those are people.
And all you know. Those are people. They're very good at adapting and being flexible with like their personality. They're very like quick-witted, very like expressive and energetic and curious. But they're also kind of like impulsive and kind of like they can't make a decision because they have too many ideas in their brain and like they're kind of scattered.
Mm.
They're also very ADHD. I think they're more ADHD than Sagittarius, to be honest.
Okay.
They're kind of like impatient because of it because they just like want like results and they're like jumping from thing to thing, person to person. And the whole two-face thing comes from the fact that they are very like versatile and they're able to like flip their personality depending on who they're talking to. That's the only thing people would refer to when they say like it's a two-face.
Hmm.
they're just like good at they're like really good like business people. Like if they're like a businessman was a personality, it would be Gemini.
Okay.
Is this helping?
Maybe. I feel like okay. I feel like I feel like Scorpio, Libra, and Gemini are on the list. I feel like those are our options.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's the rest. That's all of
Okay.
them. So
I think those are the options I'm betwixt.
you could also keep Virgo if you want. That's like right next to Libra anyways, in terms of the lineup. Technically, she's very high likelihood of being fall because Libra, Scorpio, and Virgo are all in a line.
Okay, so she's a fall girly.
Maybe. If you do Gemini, she's summer, and if you do Scorpio, no, what's the other one? No, I'm right. It's either fall or spring. That's your only options. Fall or like spring, summer, like beginning of summer.
Okay. I can get down with that.
But it would seem she's most likely fall, unless she is Gemini.
Okay. So Scorpio, Libra, Gemini. I'd say
Yeah.
I'd say she's definitely capable of like I think she's capable of switching up her energy around or like but depending on who she's around. Like I think she's very like she's one of those people who can social friend group hop. Like she's totally down to hang with the jocks. She's totally down to hang with like the popular kids or the smart kids. Like she doesn't have like a committed friend group. She could kind of hop wherever. I don't think she really gives a fuck about how people perceive her. I don't think it's like I don't think it's like a social manipulation thing. Like we're not doing like businessman style. I'm not trying to sell you a personality. She's just very friendly.
That's not necessarily what Gemini is. It was just the easiest way to express the energy.
But I really like. Oh, hello, Olivia. You are on my document, or Ollie. Hello.
She's there. How did she even have access to this?
It's just my OC master list. She's just on it.
I know damn well she was scouring to figure out which document you were on.
I said I was on the master list, and now she's just rapidly hopping. I can show you. She's just. Oh, now she's frozen. She stopped moving. She got scared.
You scared her.
I scared her. She stopped. Oh wait, there she goes again. There she goes. This is what she's doing on the dock. She's just doing this. She's just on the move. She's letting us know. She's there.
Yeah.
All right.
Holly
said, I didn't even know you were there. I just found you.
What I know about Ophiuchus is very little. They're the snake bearer and they're a water sign.
What did you do to my document?
Oh, it's so big.
And
Feels responsible for his mother.
What is happening?
Ophiuchus is often described as like, I don't know. I think they're like kind of like also.
Oh, the Orpheus or whatever.
Ophiuchus. It's not Orpheus.
Orpheus.
Ophiuchus.
That's the snake, ain't it?
I just said it's the snake bearer.
Yeah. So I read this book series called The Zodiac, which is like a fantasy world where there's planets and everybody
I've heard of it.
Yeah, Chad is also here, so I'll explain for them that like there's a bunch of planets, and then whatever planet you're born on is the star sign that you are, because you're like physically born in that star like constellation, because it's planets, and then you all can come together at like a central zodiac like school, and like it's very like Hunger Games style, like where you come from determines who you are, or like Divergent, more like where you come from determines who you are. And the snake bearer one, like, is like, that's like the big the big dark evil sign that nobody knows like if it's real or not, and like but suddenly they're like trying to communicate.
Why is Ophiuchus the villain?
Ophiuchus is literally the villain. It was like the
Why
dark
are they the
13th
villain?
sign.
The dark,
Like-
the dark side.
Like, let me see if I can. Hang on. Ow.
I'm googling Ophiuchus so to give you guys personality type.
Oh god, it's buried in my bookshelf. I don't even know if I can pull this out without fucking everything up. My books are for aesthetics.
They are
not for
considered to
reading.
be optimistic, seeking challenge, curious, adventurous, spontaneous, and trustworthy.
I have to move.
So
my,
they are very
my
like
human-
logic oriented.
I was trying to get this book out, and I have to move my human leg to get to it.
My human leg.
Don't mind that. Okay. So
They're
this
said to have a
is
flamboyant dressing style.
so this is the Zodiac book. In the back of it says, in a galaxy where your sign determines which planet you call home, Ro, the young guardian of Cancer, must find a way to unite the divided houses of the Zodiac before an ancient evil destroys them all. But who will believe anything this young novice says? Whom can Ro trust in a universe defined by differences? And how can she convince the 12 worlds to unite as one Zodiac? And then like, so there's several books in the series, and it's Zodiac, Wandering Star, Black Moon, and then 13 Rising, which is like the 13th sign.
Oh shit.
And here's the map of all the planets. So like each like planet has its own little like star system, and then like all of the star systems are circling like planetary system with their moons are circling the sun, and they're like it's like its own thing. It's like House Gemini and House Libra and House Aries. Like, and then okay, so this is oh wait. Okay, you'll have to tell me how interesting this is. So this is
Okay.
they have all of the signs right listed. So it's like the first house, Aries, the Ram constellation, strength, military, and then there's like the Guardian, whoever. So the Aries is the strength is military. The second house, Taurus,
Yep.
is the strength is industry.
Okay.
The third house, Gemini, the double constellation, strength is imagination.
Okay. I wouldn't have given it to Gemini, but okay.
The fourth house, Cancer, the crab constellation, strength is nurture.
Yep. Okay.
Fifth house, Leo, strength, passion.
Okay.
The sixth house, Virgo, strength is sustenance.
Okay.
The seventh house, Libra, strength, justice, obviously.
Yep.
Eighth house, Scorpio, strength, innovation.
Okay.
Ninth house, Sagittarius, strength is curiosity.
Okay.
10th house, Capricorn, strength is wisdom.
Okay.
11th house, Aquarius, the strength is philosophy.
Okay.
12th house, Pisces, strength is spirituality. And then
Yeah, it's not that bad.
in its own column, crossed off, I'll show on screen,
Oh, hell yeah.
the 13th house bearer constellation, the serpent bearer constellation. It's all crossed off.
Right.
Also, each of them have their guardian listed, and I love that each of them have their own thing. So, like, in the military, Aries is military, guardian is General Uric, Taurus is industry, so their guardian is Chief Executive Purcell, Gemini is imagination, the guardians are the twins, Cassium and Rubdian, of course. Fourth house is nurture, so Cancer is nurture, so it's Mother Origin. Leo is passion, so their guardian is the Holy Leader Aurelius. Virgo is sustenance, so the guardian is Empress Moira. Libra is justice, so the guardian is Lord Neith. Scorpio is innovation, and their guardian is Chieftain Skiff. Sagittarius is Guardian Brenda. Capricorn, their strength is wisdom, so their guardian is Sage Ferez. Aquarius, strength is philosophy, so their guardian is the Supreme Guardian Gorthiox the 33rd.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And Pisces is spirituality, so their guardian is the Prophet Mirinda.
Okay.
What happened to the fucking Supreme Guardian Gorthius?
I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
God,
I heard
that's
like
so
3 or
funny.
4 girlies, and the rest were just different variations of like elven man names.
Yeah, it's General Uric, Chief Executive Puricell, the twins Cassium and Rubdian, Mother Origin, Holy Leader Aurelius, Empress Moira, Lord Neith, Chieftain Skiff, Guardian Brynda, Sage Ferez, Supreme Guardian Gorthix the 33rd, and Prophet Marinda. What the
Right.
fuck? Oh, there's a poem. I'm reading you the poem. It's called Beware Ochus? Is that how you're saying this? If it's just Ochus?
Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus.
So the Ochus would be
Wait, that's not how the sign is spelled.
Ochus. Pronounce it.
Is that supposed to be the sign?
Yeah, but not. It's like it's a shortened version, and it's like the name of the person.
Oh, if it's the dude, I don't know.
I'm gonna call it Ochus.
Because
Beware-
it's like 9 letters, the actual sign.
Beware Ochus. Once upon a guardian star, when the zodiac was new, a serpent stolen from afar, and trouble began to brew. 12 houses fell in disarray until the snake drew their focus. Their discord he promised to allay. He told them his true name was Ochus. I'm gonna guess it's Ochus to rhyme with focus. Trust in him the houses did, for cross them he would in the end. The greatest magic Ochus hid, a wound even time could not mend. Now we guard against his return, for before setting off he did warn us. One day we see our zodiac burn, so now must we all beware of Ochus. So that's the plot, I guess. Beware Ochus. But it seems that the evil snake-based 13th dark sign isn't so dark IRL, is it?
No, they're just kind of oat sign.
Huh.
They're like kind of like good, honestly.
Well, that's less exciting.
Shockingly, no one in real life is diagnosed with the evil sign.
No one was diagnosed evil?
I mean, some people would say some signs are, but
Sorry, guys. I was assigned evil at birth. What in the District 13? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, I have like such a specific vibe I want to attempt with this, but I don't know if I'm going to make it happen.
also Ollie, I mentioned Niley and Valeria's college majors in like I think like chapter 3 or something, chapter 2. Niley is psych, and Valeria is she does not have one. She is just Gen. She's undecided. That is okay.
I don't know if this is going to give the vibe I'm looking for.
Aura has asked, is the vibe window?
The vibe is not window. The vibe is like those like tiled pool walls. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Uh, yeah, like just tile. Oops, all tile.
That's why I'm trying to do it by hand, because those like tiled pool like walls are always like so fuck ass. Because then I can put like little like cracks in it and shit, and like put like little like, I don't know. Does this look dumb? I don't know if this is gonna look. This might look dumb.
I think it would be fine. I just think that you should copy and paste some of it so that you're not like
Losing my
doing
mind.
all of it by hand. Yeah.
But when I copy paste things, I can tell.
But we can't. And also, I don't think you will. But who am I to dictate what you do with your life?
I mean, if I do like, if I like tile it, but not like right next to itself. Man. Let's see if this will actually like look okay. I don't know if this is gonna do exactly what I'm looking for. Does that give pool tile energy?
I'm drawing cleavage. Give me a second.
There's some like touching up I have to do, but
I think it looks, yeah, that looks fine.
specifically like this area needs some touching up. This area down here. This whole like section needs to get its shit together. Mm. I don't know if this is like too distracting of a background.
I mean, I think it's. I don't think it's that different from the other ones you've done.
Yeah, that's true. I've done some pretty whack ass looking ones. This is definitely not the most intensive. I feel like that's kind of sick looking.
Yeah.
That's my girl. I think we've got Brenna kind of in lock. I got a couple of things I still want to screw around with, but for the most part, I think I can get rid of that. And then oops. I would carve my name into the walls of that pool. I love it. Yo, I'd slap my feet on those tiles. Fantastic. Ollie says my repeat is looking fuck ass again. Why did this have monkey type beat and also Stars and Stripes Forever by bands of the US Army? Girl, your on repeat is so scary. Do I have an on repeat? How do I find that on my Spotify? On repeat playlist. My on repeats. Well, shocker, Home is on there because that's my opening. Otherwise, my on repeats, if you want to know what my on repeats on Spotify are right now, are Scooby, which is a song I've been in love with recently. Home, which is my open song for a stream. Don't Be Shy by Yusuf and Cat Stevens. The Night Does Not Belong to God by Sleep Token. The Rib by Annabelle Dinda. On the Rob by Cheap Dirty House. Flavorless by Dexter and the Moon Rocks. Blue by Little Image. To Reconcile by Anna Dinda. A Place Where No One Has Died by Ghost Daughter. Rosander loves Cat Stevens. Rosander does, apparently. It's on my on repeat. Holly said, follow your on repeat, then add it to your profile. Let me follow it and keep it. Sure. Do I just save it to my library? I feel like that's the best way to do that. I'm just gonna add it to my library. Oh, add to profile. There you go. It's now displayed on my profile. It's all yours. Um... I'm a fan of doing a little drop shadow on these pages. I feel like they're easier to read with that little drop shadow. Maybe her drop shadow isn't a black drop shadow though. Maybe it's like blue. Wouldn't that be different and unique and exactly what you would expect?
Different and unique.
I could what?
I just said different and unique.
Should be different and unique. That's kind of fun, actually. These ain't what? She's no. You'd say she's no ordinary girl. Did you say she's from a deep blue underworld? We have another wind advisory that's just been issued. Leave me alone. Water boy, water guns no more. I forgot to put the little highlight in her eyes. Oops. I'm like, so I've like technically opened commissions again because I'm like in the process of opening them. Like my commissions are posted to Instagram. I'm now like technically taking commissions again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's working on things like this that like so much of my like coloring process is just kind of like fuck around and find out. Like this entire one on the right here, I just did on stream. There's no method to this madness. I just be grabbing colors and fucking around until it kind of looks good, and then I'm like, yeah, that's good. Like my color is just fuck around and find out. And I just, God, I hope I can do commissions consistently if I, because like what happens if somebody pays me money and I fuck around and I just don't find out? Huh? Then what?
You either refund them or you figure it out.
Ugh. And the thing is, I know like they care less about the quality than I do. Honest to God, I'll spaz about it until the cows come home and they'll be like, "Oh my God, it's gorgeous!" And like, oh, but it just stresses me out. Hello, slam dunk dog. And just the chat emote is awesome. I just gotta. Okay, gonna do kind of like my last touch stuff. I want like another, I need, okay, I'm going brush exploring again. I need a new type of texture brush. But I don't know what I'm looking for. I just know that what I have isn't it. Do I want to use a marker? I feel like the answer is probably no. The answer is probably no. I don't want to do pastels because I don't like I don't like the texture of like 90% of the pastel brushes. Actually, that's not awful. I don't know if this is the texture I want.
Don't know how to help you.
I'm just always like hunting for like the next texture brush that will like save my life.
You might have to do manual texture.
I'm not even saying like to add like texture. I'm saying like I'm just like trying to add like a little bit of shading, but I'm not sure if I want it to be like a little bit streaky like one of like the oil paint brushes, or if I want it to be because I don't want it to be like a solid like ink brush. Like I want it to be like a little bit opaque, a little bit textured. Like I don't want it like because like obviously I manually texture everything. Like I'm not like putting like an overlay of texture over everything. I just like trying to add like a little touch of color, and I don't know if I want it like I don't want it opaque. I just want it a little bit like a little bit streaky, but not so streaky. I just don't know what I want, man. I never know what I'm looking for. I'm waiting for it to find me. Maybe it's a paint. Maybe I'm looking for a paint. Well, if I am, it's not that paint. Ooh, that one's kind of fun. See, that's like a little too like watery. This is the problem of like experimenting with new styles, is like I don't have any consistency going on right now. I'm just kind of doing whatever the fuck tickles my fancy. And rarely is my fancy tickled.
Someone tickle this guy's fancy.
Somebody tickle this guy's fan. I'm begging you. I don't hate that. I could fuck around with this. I'm fancying your tickle. Oh, Ollie's head hurts and it's making her body 1,000,000 degrees. I'm sorry, Ollie. See, I know it's not necessary, but something about this just like is fun. Just adds something to me. It's not important, but I just like the way it looks. Eh. Oh, Odysseus is playing. I just noticed it. Captain. You really get back so soon. There's the rest of your crew. By the gods, what happened to you? Fuck happened, brother?
That's not Odysseus.
No, it just meant like Odysseus' voice is playing. Sorry, I didn't actually mean the song Odysseus. I forgot that's actually a song as well.
Why would you get our hopes up?
I'm sorry. Since we left home, we faced a variety of monsters from both the face, but monsters, you know the roster. A hell of a twist, because we are weak to a power like this. A woman. What? Come inside. And there's something about that part that I know everybody's talked about it 1,000 times. It's just so fucking. It's not even just that it's funny. It's just like Jesus, man. But like also like you right, like that long in the ocean, and then suddenly you see a woman for the first time in God knows how long. I'd go in too, man. I can't even blame you. Would Cersei work on you?
I mean, it depends.
I feel like I'm pretty weak. I feel if she was like, "Hey man, don't worry, I'll take care of you," I'd end up a pig pretty quick.
I don't really want to cheat.
Well, I don't
That
want
would
to
be an
cheat.
issue.
I don't want to cheat, but like I'm talking like, cause that's like the Odysseus' situation. But like I'm talking like, you get off a boat, you're going through the forest to scout, and this woman's at the door, and she's like, "Hey, come on in and eat my food." Are you being the fucking Eurylochus, and you're being like, "No, I refuse"? Or are you one of the dudes who walk in?
I mean, I'm not necessarily distrusting of women, but also like, I guess it depends on like how she's doing her tone. Because if it sounds
How sus is
sus,
it?
I'm probably gonna like decline.
And I think I'm pretty easy. Unfortunately, if there's a strange witchy woman in the woods who's like, "Hey, you must be tired. Don't worry, Cersei's got you." I think I lose any ground in which I could argue that I wouldn't go in by the fact that I've like actually teared up listening to the song before. Like I've heard her be like, "Don't worry, Cersei's got you," and I've teared up. I've got problems. I'd just be like, "Yeah, man, that's fair. I'm going in."
Or I could hear you, but Missy brought in a toy, and then I tried to play with her, and she didn't care.
What the
So
fuck?
she brings in like the only toy that like she just can't play with, which is that like fuck ass fish that used to be on the fishing line.
They love that fish. I feel like she knows she's so set on like, if you bring the fish, I get to play with it, but it's not on a line anymore.
So she just brings it loose, and so I try to play with it with her, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. We gotta put it back on the line for her. Sorry, I'm feeling like ass. Oops.
It's not okay.
Oh. You know, I could like I could go just let you finish stream.
I was gonna say I think that's for the best, but I really don't want to do a bit right now, so.
That's, you know, that's fair actually. I'm too tired to do a bit. I've got no bits in me.
Bitless and bitchless.
Ugh, God, there's literally nothing worse to be.
Or is roasting you.
Or is doing what? Surprised you're still even forming words. What the what do you mean? I'm trying, man. I'm doing my best to be a good streamer. People requested Brianna. I'm gonna finish this goddamn piece. And at this point, I'm doing things that like they don't matter. At this point, like I'm doing stuff like details people aren't you can't see. Like I'm gonna turn the details I've done on and off. Okay, ready? On, off, on, off. You don't notice it. It doesn't matter, but I notice it. I notice. All I'm really doing is like just like playing with the colors a little bit more in detail. One of the colors I really struggle to add to skin properly is green. So I tend to like do all of my shading, like with like my reds, my yellows, my blues, my purples. And then when I'm done, I kind of go in and kind of assess where the best place to kind of lay out greens would be.
I think we just do our colors in the complete opposite order because I do green first. If I do it at all, I haven't been doing it recently.
I lay like base skin color down, and then I grab like my like darkest purple that I'm gonna do and make all of my shadows that. And then I work edge of the shadows blue and like edge of structures blue. And then where the shadows end, I work in like reds and pinks, and then my yellows go where highlights are. And I have no clue where to put greens. So then I finish shading everything, and then I pull back out. And then greens kind of get tossed around. Usually where like the lightest kind of fades away into like other stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of all over. But it ends up looking good, so whatever. And like when it's zoomed out like this, I was like, damn, this looks like really good. But like if you zoom in, it's like this is some real weird coloring for skin. Like this leg, this looks very odd. This is some odd colors and it's messy.
Yeah, your skin kind of scares me a little bit sometimes.
This is just, it's chaotic. Like what is this doing? What's happening over here? I don't fucking know. But like you zoom out and it's like, yeah, this looks good. I don't know. I watched you do a whole lot of development and like learning to like add colors into skin. And I was like, I want to learn to do that. I've experimented with a lot of different things, and I think I went too far into color, and now I'm kind of into it.
Hey man, live your life.
Like Brianna's wearing a pair of blue jeans, and they're distinctly colored, just a little bit of blue, and everything else is purple and green. But like, I don't know. Looks good to me.
Yeah, live your truth.
Who needs normal coloring, or God forbid color theory? I don't need to understand color theory if I've just got Audacity on my side. That's too red. Yeah, the color theory was the friends I made along the way. Yeah, whatever. I don't. This is it. This is what it looks like. It's something. I don't know. It's there. I'm peeking at other people's finished pages to make sure I don't feel like I'm like missing stuff. Brennis and Myra's are very similar levels of everything. Genesis and Kane's are a lot. Kane's and Sora's are the most intensely done, just because I did them first and I did a lot. Genesis has a little bit more going on. Zazel's got all those like lights going on. Zadkiel's got obviously like the god of light shit going on around him, but like Myra's is very simple. She's got a border, but Myra's is very simple. And Brianna's is very simple, but like I feel like I don't need a whole lot going on for her. I could always add more. I just don't know if there's more that I need. What more could I possibly want? I don't know if there's really anything else I need. Ooh. Oh, this is a cool brush. Funky. That's pretty sick. Eh. know if there's anything else I'm really trying to think of, like, is there just anything I can do to be more, to get more what I want? And I don't think there is.
I think you need to just call it.
I'm looking at all my stickers I can add. Am I missing a sticker? Is that what I'm missing? Do I have any mermaid stickers? How on the nose can I be? Listen, Bo Burnham, I don't have the energy for Sako right now. Oh, perfect. It's also incredibly loud.
I don't know how I ended up with a bisexual who's constantly in a lesbian color palette. In the lesbians and the bisexual color palette.
Listen, they both knew what they wanted. This feels unnecessary. Which means it probably is.
I don't know if I'd say that's the rule.
I've had a little bit going on. Like, I just like a little bit of waviness, but I don't know if it's needed, but I'm gonna leave it for now because it was kind of a fun little addition. All right. All right. Another character sheet. Down the hatch. This was the original. God damn it, things changed. This was our original Brianna character sheet. With everything on it that we previously had. And here is our updated page. Original, updated. The look is similar, the vibes are not. I think that's really fun.
Yeah. She's gotten 7 shades darker.
She's gotten a little bit darker, and I think I might go and lighten it a little bit, but not by much. This was also, I was working on a darker background, and now it's very light.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I just noticed.
It's definitely not a bad thing. That's why I'm gonna play with it just a little bit, but not much. Um, so that just got oranger. Don't quite want that. Again, we're just going oranger. I don't want that. Hmm. I don't mind that. Still definitely several shades darker, but less shades than she was before. I'm still gonna play around with it, but I think that works. That's much closer. Some growth has been had, both in my character design and also my ability to draw. She's fun. This is fun. There's something really fun about the first drawing I did of her being like very timid design, and the second one just being like not at all that.
What do you mean?
She seems really timid.
The queen of nonchalant.
I love her so much because she really is, like, in my head, I have such a development of where she's gone through. Because she originally was very timid, but she also used to be white and blonde.
She was white.
So
you're actually racist because you made her not timid when she became black.
Well,
cancel
she also used to be. She didn't used to ever be a diver. Or a swimmer, sorry. She never used to, because Genesis is the diver, Brianna's the swimmer. She never used to be, like, this, like, committed, lifelong, whatever. It was just, like, she felt, like, very, like, she was very mermaid coded. She was, like, I feel freedom in the water. Now, like, she's, like, very, like, driven. Like, she's very, like, focused on, like, her sport and not that or whatever. And so I've now, like, in my head, the first 18 years of her life, she is, like, coach of the swim team, definition of, like, jock dude. But also, like, she's not, like, disliked. She's fairly popular. She's coach of the swim team. She's, like, fits in with people. Very, like, this is not a book about outcasts. Neither of these people are, like, these, like, outcast, awkward, whatever. These are two very suave-esque type people. Like, they're very they're not like super popular, but they're definitely like sociable, friendly, big friend group people. So she is like, it's funny imagining what a like popular athletic like high school guy would turn into if suddenly was like, well, I guess I'm all of these things and also a woman. And like none of the personality changes. She just is also a woman now. So it's just like popular high school jock dude, except it's a woman. Except she doesn't look any different. Other than like she grows her hair out. And like that's kind of it, and like wears different clothes. But like beyond that, like that's where it ends. So it's just like a funny, like, I don't know, I like picturing her. Because I don't know, I think she goes through like an era where she's like, I have to be different because I'm trans, and like I have to be like feminine now. And Genesis is like, girl, why? Like, just be whatever the fuck you want to be. And she's like, oh. I also have this like scene written in my head. I was telling Aura while we were at breakfast. I have this scene in my head where she's like trying on clothes at like a store or whatever, and like picking out which one she's gonna get, like new clothes. And she's like looking in the mirror. She's like, okay, well, like this one's not bad, but I feel like it would look better if I had like boobs to fill it out. So like I'm gonna get the other one instead because like it looks better on a flat chest. And Genesis is like, well, just like get them both then. You can wear the other one like when you like start estrogen, like have boobs. And Brianna's like, well, what if I don't, like, what if that doesn't happen? And Genesis is like, well, no, if you want that, like, obviously it'll happen. Like, I know we have to wait. It's like, it's going to be a little while, like, until you're done swimming, but like, it'll still happen. And Brianna's like, but what if I don't want to do that? And there's like this like moment of Genesis being like, I mean, do you want that? And Brianna's like, I don't know. Do you want me to want that? Am I supposed to want that? Do I need to want that? Is it bad that I don't? Like this like back and forth of like both of them not really sure what to say. Because Genesis is trying to do like the like supportive, like, no, like you'll be able to, don't worry, like just give it time. And Brianna's trying to be like the like, are you going to break up with me if I don't have boobs conversation?
Yeah.
And there's like this whole like, well, like, are you still gonna be attracted to me if I decide I don't want to have boobs? Like, I don't care about transitioning medically. Like, does that matter to you? And I think it's fun to have it be complicated that like, maybe it does, and also maybe it doesn't. Like, it's not like oh yeah, I'm gonna break up with you because you don't have titties. Like, that's not like the answer.
Get out of here.
But like, but also like it's like, yeah, like Genesis is distinctly a lesbian. She's not bisexual. Like, she is distinctly attracted to women, but also like women is not defined by boob. So there's like this like complex like, yes, it matters to me that you're a woman. No, it doesn't matter to me if you have boobs or not. And also like, obviously Genesis doesn't give a fuck about bottom surgery because it's not like Genesis, I'm absolutely gonna make her have the joke of like, I'm not gonna be attracted no matter what's in your pants, so it doesn't matter. But everything else, like, I thought they were together before she found out. No, they were not. Genesis and Brianna have been friends since they were probably about 4 and 5 years old. That's when they like met at like a pool, and they have been friends their entire life. There is like an era where they like kissed once in like 1st grade or 2nd grade, where they kissed because their parents were like, oh, these two are gonna be, you know, the couple of the year, like these two are so cute, like they're flirting with each other. And so they're like, well, obviously we're supposed to do that, we're supposed to kiss. And then they kiss and they're like, that's weird, let's never do that again. And so they're literally just best friends, like for their entire lives. Like they're like the homies of the century. Except Brianna does
The homies.
The homies. Except Brianna kind of has a crush on Genesis, but is also like Genesis is asexual. B is distinctly a lesbian. And like Brianna's got her own shit going on. Brianna does not know she's trans at that moment. So it's just kind of like a, well, it's kind of like this like ongoing joke with them of like, if you were just a woman, I would just date you, but you're not, so it sucks for both of us. And everyone's like, haha, yeah. And then like long term, there's like this, what if I am? that kind of happens. So it's not until the summer after Brianna graduates high school, like the summer before college, that she has this like realization of like, oh fuck, I think I might actually be a woman. And Genesis being like, well, fuck, I mean, I guess some doors are open then.
Opposite, but yeah.
Did I say the names backwards?
Yeah.
Oops. Brianna realizes,
maybe you
fuck, I
did.
might be a woman. And Genesis goes, well, fuck, I guess that opens some doors. So they have like a summer romance that is Brianna becoming a girl and Genesis falling in love with that girl. Like, it was like that. And then the complex part of the story is like, you get one summer for it to be like this. And then Brianna has to leave because she's going to college. And there's going to be a year where they're apart because Brianna goes away to college a year ahead of Genesis. So there's this like year that they're not going to be near each other. So there's like, that one's really messy. And also like Brianna gets to really screw around once she gets like comfortable. Because then the year that she's not with like Genesis isn't there, she definitely like backslides into just like, nah, I'm just going to be a dude at college because that's easier. And like goes back in the closet essentially. Not that she ever really came out to anybody other than Genesis, but like whatever. And then once they're like the next summer comes around, there's like the like realization of like I gotta do something. And then that's where we come to the agreement of like, well, you can, you know, dress however you want and look however you want, and you don't need to tell anybody that anything's different. Like if you're not comfortable coming out at college, or you can't because swim, like just like wear the feminine clothes anyways, and if they have any problem with it, they're just gonna assume that you're gay. And it's not like they can do anything about that because you're the best swimmer on the team. Like, what are they gonna do? Kick you off for being gay? Like, kicking you off for being trans can happen, but not for being gay. And if you can deal with the bullying that might come, just like go with it. And so she does that essentially, where she just like socially dresses and acts feminine. That's when she starts growing out her hair and like wearing like more feminine clothing. But she's still like, on an average day, this is not what like if like she's outside of school on weekends or like at a party, you could see her dressing like this. But she's not dressing like this to go to like college classes. You're probably gonna see her in a fucking pair of like a pair of joggers and a track shirt. Like she's still just a college athlete at heart. Like that is how she dresses, like a college athlete. Like she's not showing up in cute little crop tops to class. She's showing up in her stupid zip up Adidas hoodie or some shit. So that's my little story thoughts about them. And now apparently it also takes place in Australia.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this development.
I'm kind of in love with it.
When I catch you, Ollie, Ollie, when I catch you.
When I catch you, Ollie. I love it. There's something about, I'm like honestly in love with the idea of it being like kind of like Sydney area. Like there's, I don't know. I'm even kind
Just
of in
say
the
Australia.
well, yeah, well, Ollie's just saying the word Australia. But I also like, I think I could add to it a little bit if I wanted to, of like post-college Brianna being offered to join like a like competitive swim team, but it not being in Australia. Like she's offered a place on like an American team or like an English team. And like having to make that decision of like, this is my entire life. Do I go do this and leave you behind? Or like, do you come with me? And like, is it even fair of me to ask you to come with me to another country to continue doing this? And also like, how long can I keep doing this and live like this? And I think it's like a very careful balance. It's not necessarily live like this. It's live in the closet. Because like, she doesn't mind about not medically transitioning. But it's like, just like, I don't know. Also, I think, Ollie, you were the one who asked about her name. How she came up with Brianna. And I think I made the decision that her first name before she transitioned was pretty common. And so I think I had like decided that she would have like a first name that was pretty common and like a middle name that had like a B in it or whatever. And so she would get called B a lot. Like specifically like it like she would be called because her dead name started with a J. So if she became like JB, like initial wise. Like it was like JB. And then like it just eventually got a lot of people just shortened it down to just B. So people were just calling her B. And that was just kind of her nickname in high school. And B eventually turned for, obviously for Genesis and Brianna over the summer, B became Bree. And Bree eventually became Brianna. But she still goes by Bree with Genesis. Like, Bree is kind of the nickname, but that's what, so like in like public, still goes by B. And people still think it's like for like the middle name or last name or whatever it is. But for her, it's kind of like being called Brianna, but people don't know. It's secret. It's really fun. I don't know. I was really fucking around with it. I can't stop thinking about these lesbians. Sneaked ML.
Sneaked ML.
Sneaky, I meant to say. I thought you were trying to say like sneaky MF, like sneaky motherfucker, and I was just like, I don't think I've ever heard Ollie say
Always
MF.
saying motherfucker.
I can't imagine, not even saying like typing a motherfucker. I've never seen Ollie type MF. Like what an MF? Like that seems like that's so outside of your vocabulary.
And then she sent her monkey.
There she is. That's our Ollie. All right. Well, that's Brianna. She is the next I'll have to draw into the group drawing, so I'll do her next. So that'll be fun. And then for those who haven't seen yet, I've put the flats down for Xander's page, so he is the next like full page to do. Here are the flats. This is some of the best Xander drawings I've done, just because obviously my art has developed a lot, but also like getting to see like so many eras of him like on one page is really, really, really fun.
Yeah.
So. Also, I drew like biblically accurate ghost bee instead of just the little bubble I tend to draw them as. I actually drew a dude. Because that is like I have trouble imagining because everything's fake. That like I have trouble picturing anything other than like the Minecraft bee or the little like bubble circle bees I draw for animatics. That like if I think of like ghost bees in the hive, I struggle to imagine like that is what a bee looks like. It's not like a foot long cube bee. Like
it's not a little turd.
It's not, yeah, it's not a little turd with wings. It is like an actual like definitely oversized bee. Like they're definitely like the size of apples at least. Like or like potatoes.
They're one apple tall.
Oh, my ghosties are one apple tall. Like they're definitely not bee sized. They're like apple sized bees. But God, isn't he pretty? He's so, look at this drawing. He's so pretty. No, we said Applebee's. Oh, it's Applebee's.
Applebee's.
No.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! You want to talk about being 7 shades darker? Hang on. This is edited, actually. I put a filter over this one to darken him a little bit. This is... My first character is Xander Page. This is Xander's skin tone. This is not correct.
You draw Xander's skin tone like 7,000 different ones.
I do.
Sometimes he looks Hispanic because he's so dark.
This is not correct. This is much more correct in my head than this is. He is not olive ass pale. Oh no, I'm gonna skip to it. This is more correct. I kind of view him as like a light Italian-esque. Like it's not like tan Italian, like it's like, but he's not like paper white.
Xander hates pale people.
I don't hate pale people. I have so many pale OCs. My tablet has lost its mind. There we go. No, you're right. It's not. It is not olive pale. Olive is actually a sheet of paper. But like Myra is very pale. Azazel's very pale. Both Myra and Azazel are paler than Xander in my head.
That's fair.
And also, like, none of these are like Xander's. Or like, if I hang on, I'm gonna do something. Let me see if I can actually. Are these layers isolated? Almost. I can make them isolated. Okay. I'm gonna do something real quick. Something that's gonna make me giggle. Okay. I'll lock down this color, this skin layer, and this hair layer. And we are gonna lay down, because I have the saved palette, the original Xander colors. Okay? Original Xander colors here. I gotta duplicate this too. Okay, hang on. Okay. Combine these down. So, lock these in. Original Xander skin tone from the saved palette is this. So we're much paler. Okay. I need like an easier brush to use. We're gonna do the Misaka ink. Okay. Xander hair from the original Xander palette is this color. Xander horns from the original Xander palette are these.
I'm noticing a trend.
I don't know what trend you could think you're noticing right now. Good God. It's so bright.
It's blinding me.
I'm fucking blind right now. This is nuts.
Oh, Ollie, Xander took away those orange spots years ago, bro.
No,
I still mourn them.
I still draw the orange spots. They're just not drawn on this layer yet. I go back to his other character slot. I still draw the orange spots every time I draw him. Every single time. I did not take them away years ago. I took away the mushrooms on the top of the head. Everything, I'll go back to the other, where's the finished one I did most recently?
I feel like they're next to go.
Look, they're right there. Orange spots. Right there. They've never gone away. I've never taken away the orange spots before. I have taken away the mushrooms on the top of the head. I won't stand for the slander. And I'm drawing his, I'm drawing his original, I'm coloring in his original scar color too. Oh God, no, not his eyes, just his scar. Okay, what other colors are off? Fuck it, the shirt's gotta come in too. Because the shirt was not this color either. The shirt was... Oh God. This is about to be... Oh yeah, there it is.
Get that neon fucking orange up in here, bro.
There it is. Hang on, let me grab that yellow. Ah, there we go. Oh my God, everything is so bright.
This was Xander.
And then it was like, these are the orange spots. I'm just throwing in some orange so you can kind of see the color comparison. Okay. This is... So this is the original color palette. This is like blinding. This is Xander's original color palette. And this is what I've currently been drawing.
You liked the neon.
I still do. But this looks nicer as art. But this was Xander's original palette. That is crazy. That's so insane. Jeez.
It feels like blush blindness, but it's neon blindness.
Oh no.
Not that the neon is bad, it's just a different.
My neon blindness. I definitely don't think the neon was the greatest look I've had. And I'm definitely a little... I'm ever so slightly insecure about it, as most people are aware. Because there is a... I mean, blush blindness is a term that is not used kindly. Like, and I know you didn't mean it that way, but it's a really good descriptor for it, because it was just like, these are the colors I like, and I got a lot of comments. It's not just from you, just to clarify before you get into like, I didn't mean it that way. It's not just from you. Of like comments of like, my saturation was all the way up on every color I used.
It was pretty vivid.
All of them. And it just didn't need to be like that. And I was like, man, I want my art to look more cohesive and just better. And I couldn't figure out why it looked so childish. And it's probably because it looked like I was coloring with crayons.
I don't think it ever looked like you were coloring with crayons, but it obviously is harder to get colors to be cohesive that are so vastly different from one another.
Yeah. Like, that's just such a crazy difference. Especially like this. Like that image right there. This is how I'm currently drawing him, and this is how he was. Like, good God. Ollie says, I like dull colors a little too much. I'm the queen of desaturation. I sit upon my throne. I'm coming to join you, I guess, because I can't deny it. The desaturated colors just look better. They just look better. And I love neons. I do. And like, I love Cyber's art. It's gorgeous. But it, like, in all of the styles I've been trying to get my art to develop into, like, I want to have such a distinct look, and desaturate. Every time I build like folders, like I want my art to look like this, and 9 times out of 10, if not 8.5 times out of 10, it's not neon. It's dull. It's desaturated. God.
There will be a day where my art is more saturated than yours, because I really don't dislike adding some color.
And I don't mind.
Like, I don't necessarily prefer the look of desaturated art.
My 2 out of 10 like is when it's like a generally dark image with a neon as a color, and that is like 9 times out of 10 I prefer that over generally desaturated art. I prefer the like a really, really intense contrast neon. That is like my favorite. But not every piece of art I make is going to be that. And like when I'm just doing like easy, simple daily sketches, doing that like dark colors with a neon doesn't, I don't need to be doing that for every one of them. So if I'm doing like my big, like even like this is semi-desaturated, but like this like neons for like cane smoking, that's still my preferred. I love this. Like this is like, that I eat that shit up. But like, even like in the difference between like these, this is desaturated colors, but it is still bright, and I love it. Versus like this is very desaturated, and I enjoy it. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of like, it's situational for me.
Mm-hmm.
But learning to draw with desaturated colors when it's relevant has been a growth point for me. But like, even like Zadkiel's page, there is not a desaturated color on this page. Zadkiel is obnoxiously bright. And I don't even think I would want to desaturate him. Like, if I was like, there's like a way to like do like saturation.
If I
There you go.
made Valeria like 2 years ago, you would have never drawn her ass because she's just the color gray.
Like, I could like
Even
this
I
could
get
be,
mad with how desaturated she is.
like this could be Zadkiel. He could be desaturated Zadkiel. Looks fine, but it's not. He's bright as hell. Like, if I like select the yellows in here, they're saturated as hell. Everything is on the right side of the canvas, like really far down the right side. But yeah, anyways, just thinking about colors. Well, I said it is very important to me that Olive's colors are never warm. They are always desaturated and cold. That's been a learning curve for me. Because I associate the garden with like sunlight and warmth. And I know that's not exactly true for like all of the color palettes.
I definitely associate the garden with cool.
So like I'm gonna like crop something to show it on, be allowed to show it on stream. Hang on. Yeah, I know Olive does not equal the garden, but okay. I've cropped some things out of some images to be permitted to share them. There is a Olive and Xander drawing that I did years ago and never shared because it is lore revealing. And I've revealed all the lore revealing stuff from it. They're just images. I have to see if I can actually load them. But yeah, okay, I
The
can.
one I'm thinking of, isn't there like a lore safe version?
There is, but I've completely removed everything. I just removed the people altogether because what I wanted to show is the background.
Oh.
So I'm gonna specifically zoom in a little bit on this top section, right? Okay, this top section up there of like the garden, okay? This is the version I drew like several years ago, okay? And this was the color palette I associated the garden with. Whereas I've been redoing it. And now it's this. A completely different color palette style. Like, so much cooler. But like this is more true to garden design, whereas like this like older one, it's gorgeous, but it's not what the garden looks like. This is what the garden looks like, and this is just what was in my head. So yes, Ara has seen the first 4 episodes, has not seen episode 5. I have made Ara watch it with me.
not seen Olive's episode, Tisk Tisk.
Yeah. Next time ours is over, I'll make them. Yeah, Aura has been force-fed the lore, which is the best way to experience it.
I think if I don't get a meal now, I will starve. So unless you're ending, I'm leaving.
I'm actively raiding right now. Oh wait, hang on. Oh god, I'm really trying to be consistent with this. Guys, you know what time it is.
I'm not doing it, I'm eating.
That's fair. Alright, losers. There's about 3 of us to do this today. I'm trying to be consistent. It's contexto time. Let's context it. Alright. Oblivion has decided to start with the word bird. 2,000 words away. Ollie doesn't feel well. I'm using the word well. Oh my god, Ollie! 67 words away with the word well. Ollie, you may not feel well, but you sure did well. That's crazy. That's insane. Oblivion says water. It's not that. Health. It's not that either. Ollie feels well. She feels well. Oh, I said fell. I meant feel. Okay, our top words are fell, feel, and well. Oblivion says hell. No, that word doesn't count. Ollie says kind. Kind is a green word. It's 139 words away. Empath. Nope. Illness. 3,000 words away. We did water. I'm gonna say nice. Oblivion says mean. Mean is 89 words away. Feeling is 321 words away. Loving. Love. The word love is 21 words away. Sense. Sense is 59 words away. Parent. 1,500. Oblivion says hate. 298. Our top words are well, sense, and love. I'm gonna say kiss. It's not kiss, it's 800 words away. Fear. 550 words away. I'm gonna say soulmate. Nope, 12,000 words away. Disgust. Nope, disgust is 9,000 words away. We're going in the wrong direction. Top words are hate, kind, feel, mean, well, sense, and love. What's the NUI? Doesn't exist. Heart. Heart is 278. I'm gonna say care. No. Aura says gay. Aura got flagged for saying the word gay. Somebody allow Aura to say gay. Ali says nature. 394. I'm gonna say nurture. No. Oh, I can. It's been permitted. Okay. I'm gonna say man. 250. I'm gonna say woman. Okay, so it's closer to man than woman. Woman is 560. Man is 250. I'm gonna say child. Nope. Hold. Jesus, says Ali. Jesus is 96 words away. Faith. 141 words away. Friendship. 800 words away. How about just friend? 255. Religion. Religion is 290. How about trust? 940. Community. Savior. Community is 890. Savior is 1800. Belief. Belief is 899. Loyalty. 5,000 away. Passion. 311. Did I say savior yet? Savior. Oh, we guessed that. Crucifix. No. I think we did heart. Yeah. Top words are hate, religion, heart, friend, man, faith, kind, feel, Jesus, mean, well, sense, love. Bible. Oh my god, Bible is 26 words away. That's crazy. How about scripture? Scripture is 5 words away. Scripture is 5 words away. Church, 297. Our top words are Bible, love, and scripture. How about, what do you call, this is the what is the passages called? Like, passage is 78 words away. There's a word for that. Oh, this is priest. Oh, this is pope. Reverend and no verse. Oh my god, there it is. You got it. Verse. That's the word I was thinking of. Thank you. I was trying to say verse 121. You got it. I will pin you. Thank you for knowing the word I was trying to think of. This is the only time I've ever actually gotten it right, and it was Ollie who got it for me. Closest words were verse, chorus, poetry, music, scripture, write, writer, poem, poet, song, word, prose, poetic, singing, hear, sing. Good frickin' job. Damn, no, great. No, you also get the credit. I just also wanted to take part of the, like, I also knew it, but I didn't know the word. I pinned you thing. You got credit. You got it right. I did not. Yeah, I can't believe we got there through, no, we got there through Ollie saying, I don't feel well. And I just was like, I'll put well in there. That's how we got there. And then we got there through Jesus somehow. Yeah, we could have done like writing, singing, music, poetry, anything. And all of the, and somehow we got there through Jesus. Well, glad Emily stepped away from this one. She wouldn't have wanted it anyways. We got it in less than 50. This is the first time we've ever got it in less than 50. Good job, you guys. All right. Let's get the hell out of here.
Vibrance.com, we go above and beyond.
Let me see who's all live. Crocs is live. Lil Guy is doing art. Recrix is just chatting right now. Let's go screw around with Crocs. Oh, there are other people doing art though. Wait. Little art streamers. Who is this?
That great either.
They just said ice cream isn't that great. Get
I'm kind of screwing around, peeking around at little art streamers. Ooh. We're going over here. I love this character's design. And their title is Hot Single Fishmen in Your Area. I know where we're going. Load up the raid chatters. We're going to Patchwork Goblin with the stream title Hot Single Fishmen in Your Area. We're raiding in. If they're crazy, I don't know you, you don't know me, scatter to the wind. Otherwise, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and transition your father into a lesbian, or I will just have to do it for you. Sorry. Night chat.